Hello and welcome to the Bundesliga Watchalong. If you've just been with Josh for Sevilla versus Real Madrid, you'll have enjoyed that. But now it is time to move to the German division. It is Bayern Munich versus Leipzig. And today I am joined by Rowan O'Connell.
Hiya! How do?
I'm not too bad, mate. How are you today?
I'm looking forward to it's going to be a tasty game today.
Well, this is the thing. We've just had a game between, obviously, Sevilla and Real Madrid, which hopefully you've just watched on the channel. And now it is a battle at the top of the Bundesliga table. If you're in the chat, let us know that everything sounds all right. This is our first time together. No, Josh, it's like when your dad leaves for the first time. It's unbelievable. Unnecessary, I know. But thank you for joining us. What's your thoughts on the game today? Because this is a big match. Because Dortmund dropped points earlier, Mönchengladbach dropped points earlier. What are you thinking of today's game?
If Leipzig win this, it's a really good battle at the top. If Bayern win it, it's just another walkthrough for Bayern. I think it's Bayern on 22, Leipzig on 20. Leipzig win, they go 1 point ahead. If Bayern win, they go 5 points ahead already. And it looks already done and gone. But Leipzig have played very well this season.
Yeah, they have indeed. And obviously, both of these teams, Champions League last week, Champions League next week, that factors into it as well. But there are some key players back for Bayern Munich. So we'll get into the lineups. No visual lineups for you today because obviously we've been back-to-back. Didn't quite have the time.
So you've got the sexy voice.
Yeah, we're not that quick, unfortunately. So we'll take you through the Bayern Munich lineup and ask your opinions on that.
Yeah.
We started with Manuel Neuer in goal. It's a back four with Benjamin Pavard, Nicolas Süle, Jerome Boateng and David Alaba, as per usual. Two midfielders at the deep, Javier Martinez and Leon Goretzka. In front of that, Kingsley Coman, Leroy Sané and Thomas Muller. And then Lewandowski. And then for Leipzig today, it's lining up on here as a 4-2-2. This could be much changed in game. They might go to a 5 in defence. You know what Leipzig are like. They can utilise many formations. Galaxy in net. A back four, I'll put it in inverted commas. Mukiele, Kanate, Upamecano and Angelino. A midfield two, Sabitzer and Adams. Above them, Haidara and Kluivert. And then a front two of Forsberg and Nkunku. But no clear striker for Leipzig today. Start with Bayern Munich. A lot of big players back. They missed them in the Champions League. What's your thoughts going into this game? Because there's a lot of players back.
Well, obviously you've got, I think your biggest outlier there is Javier Martinez. He's not the same as Kimmich, but Kimmich obviously been out for a couple of weeks now. Has played well. One not but Mr. Serge Gnabry. No, it's normally Coman and Gnabry. Instead it's Coman and Sané. Surprisingly, an incredible replacement. Might be the best ever replacement in terms of a team. Of just, I don't have Gnabry. It's fine bringing Leroy Sané. Yeah. That team just looks scary, doesn't it? They've got Lewandowski's back. I think only Muller was like the key starter last game in the Champions League.
I think they didn't play Muller, actually. I think they subbed Muller on because Choupo-Moting didn't have any... I remember seeing that Muller wasn't threading enough balls to Choupo-Moting.
Surprisingly, Choupo-Moting didn't really hit the mark.
No, he is on the bench, though.
He is on the bench. And then, I mean, what do you think about the Leipzig side? That formation doesn't scream danger, but we know they'll change it up.
Well, this is the weird thing with them because they do have attacking options. Hwang Hee-chan, Yusuf Poulsen, Alexander Soloff. They're not playing any of them today. They decided to go with... closing up that middle of the park and hoping to win the midfield battle, which may leave spaces in behind for Leroy Sané and Kingsley Coman on the wing. But there are some game changes in there. Christopher Nkunku loved an assist last season. Not so much this year, but that is a lack of Timo Werner.
Yeah.
But who in that Leipzig lineup for you scares you? Because it is a weird lineup today, I'll have to admit.
I mean, Kluivert hasn't really hit the mark for Leipzig. Amazing. This season, obviously moving from Roma, he can be dangerous. It's that defence. The defence has been good this season. Angelino has really stepped up. Not an outcast at City, but definitely not their starting left back. He's gone to Leipzig and he's played well. For me, Leipzig, if you can contain them two wingers of Bayern, they are not as dangerous. You've seen teams do it this season where Gnabry, Coman or Sané can't get involved in the game because they've closed them up. So it's going to be on Kluivert, Haidara, Sabitzer and Adams to stop that front, them two really pushing down the pitch.
It is a massive game for both teams. As hello, I don't know, I think is the if I'm down with the kids, that's IDK.
And you are down with the kids.
He says, hello, what do you think on how the match will end? Well, that might be what we get into around now. Let's think, these are two big teams, a lot on the line, to keep this title race wide open, we kind of need a Leipzig victory. What's your thoughts on maybe your prediction of the game and how you think the score will be?
I think if I were going with my head, Bayern, it's Bayern. The team is incredible. It's practically the full strength side. If I were going with my heart, I go Leipzig.
Yeah.
Like, you just want them to win. Just the problem Bundesliga gets called under from is Bayern run away with it every year, and then it is a really good Champions League battle. So if Leipzig can take points off Bayern now, and then Bayern maybe lose one game, draw a couple of games, the title race can be blown wide open. It's all about thingy. I mean, you.
Yeah, that's the thing. As I'm like you, I kind of want to say that Leipzig can pick up 0, but we are at the Allianz Arena and they're lethal wherever they go, but at home, I just don't see it today. I do think it will finish around 2-0 to Bayern Munich. But if we get to that point, let's see who's on the bench for either team who can change the game. On the bench for Bayern Munich, because it's not enough to have a starting 11.
No.
Serge Gnabry, Douglas Costa, Eric Maxim Choupo-Moting, Bouna Sarr, Mark Roca, who got sent off in the Champions League, Tanguy Nwanzu, Alexander Nubel, Chris Richards and Jamal Musiala. Musiala who impressed KD when he was the youngster midweek in the Champions League. Who on that bench, in some mad world Leipzig are winning, changes the game? I think there are obvious names.
Gnabry, Costa, Choupo-Moting.
Oh, right.
No, I think it'll be Musiala or Chris Richards. But yeah, Gnabry and Costa, their depth is incredible at winger. You take off Sane, bring on Gnabry, nothing changes. You take off Coleman, bring on Costa, nothing changes massively. And them two, if they're losing, them two will come on and change it. It's basically just having a fresh pair of legs, but the quality isn't going down. Yeah,
exactly. And then there's enough quality on that bench to either change the game or maintain the game for Bayern Munich. However, if Leipzig are chasing the game, this is their availability off the bench. Willi Orban, the centre-half. You've got the attackers of Yusuf Poulsen, Alexander Sorloth, No Hwang Hee-chan, the Bosnian Lazar Samardzic, Marcel Halstenberg, Dani Olmo, Josep Martinez, Denis Barkowski and Kevin Campbell. Obviously strikers on the bench.
Yeah.
Who changes the game if they are behind, and who can be that catalyst for upturn?
It's tough because it's obviously between Sorloth and Poulsen. They bring some things. Sorloth can score, we know he can, and I think Poulsen brings that massive aerial threat that. So let's say they're not winning anything from corners, set pieces. Bring on Yusuf Poulsen to just try dinking. If they're fine with that and it's more just actually getting a shot on target or testing Neuer, bring on Sorloth. I think Sorloth is probably the better shooter of them both, but I think Poulsen brings an added element of his height.
Yeah, a very strong bench for both teams there. If you look at it, you talk of Yusuf Poulsen, been with them for a long time. Not the most consistent striker of all, but he can change a game when he's required to. And even in the midfield, Dani Olmo, we know how good he is as a creative attacking midfielder.
Yeah.
We're not long till kick-off, but let's look at how these two have fared off against each other more recently. In the last 2 games last season, they both ended as a draw. It was a 0-0 and a 1-1. Yes, I know. We're prepping for a good game.
It's not screaming stellar of a game.
No, it wasn't. And in the 18-19 season, it was 0-0 and 1-0. Are you expecting a tight affair, or is this a different Bayern Munich side to what we've seen in the past?
They're more ruthless. They won't stop scoring. That's the thing. There's been points this season where they're 2-0 up comfortable, but they'll just put 6 in, they'll put 4 in, they won't stop. And that's one thing Leipzig got to worry about. Don't get, when it goes to 2-0, when you're fighting back, don't lose that hope. Because there are points where Bayern can be exposed. Javi Martinez is one. Goretzka likes to push up front. That midfield space will be open, especially from set pieces, and also on counter plays, because Javi Martinez does sit deep, so you are coming against farther back. But your opening in the middle will be empty because Goretzka normally plays up next to Thomas Muller. I'm hoping for a stellar game. I'm hoping for like a good 4-3, but I think that's wishful thinking.
We are wishful thinking, but also all we're hoping for a good game, and we hope you guys are too. If you are in the chat, make sure to like and subscribe to the Sports Corner. We are now over 1.3k subscribers.
Ooh, hey!
Celebrate good times. But make sure that you do leave a like, and also put your comments in the comment section down below, be it about this game, any footballer related thingy, because I know Man United are playing at the same time, Juventus are playing at the same time, so lots of big teams playing at this time. But this is the match that we've all been looking for, and we are close to kick-off. We are now 2 minutes away.
I love the tunnel. I love Bundesliga tunnels. Dortmund have got the one where it's all open and it's just a little glass door and stuff. Who is it? Is it Hertha or Schalke have got the rock wall?
Yeah.
Bayern have got the big red steps like Anfield. And then who's it? One more has the elevator.
Hertha has an elevator.
That's what it
We
is.
were watching Hertha last night, and they always have the blue like tint in their thing. Yeah, they do have an elevator as well. That's one thing that we don't have in England that they do have in the Bundesliga.
It was when the Champions League was on. I was like, every stream I do, this stadium's amazing.
Yeah, they really are amazing.
Well, it's German. Like architecture and construction engineering. They love to make things look lovely.
They do, and the teams are coming out onto the pitch now.
I realise, on the bench, no Alphonso Davies. He's injured.
There isn't. I'm pretty sure if he's not in the team, he will be injured of some kind.
But Fennis has been on the bench for when he's been fit. He hasn't come in because obviously Alaba or Hernandez at that point were playing out of their skin.
Yeah, of course, Hernandez is out with an injury, as he seems to always be at this point. Obviously, we've got COVID as well to worry about as well, so some players might miss out due to that. But one thing that I will say about this Bayern Munich lineup is defensively they have been got in behind. I remember Barcelona, yes, they destroyed them, but there were chances for Barcelona in that game. What do you think the approach of Leipzig going without a striker, whereas getting in behind has been the most successful thing?
It's bold. It is a very bold strategy. And Kunku has played striker for a couple of games, but he's now, well, I mean, this is showing here on BT and they're saying Forsberger's out loan striker, but that team really doesn't scream to Adams as a left mid. They don't have any wingers.
To me, it could be a nice Christmas tree setup that we see with two defensive midfielders. Well,
it's the festive season.
It is the festive season, but before kick-off, I think there's going to be a minute's silence in the game. I don't know what it's for, actually. It could be for...
It'll be Maradona, I'm guessing.
It could be for Maradona a week later. No, it's for a man called Kurt Higgins, who sadly passed away recently.
He was 80 years old.
He was about 88, I think.
Yeah. He was of a long-time treasurer. The honourable member passed away, shaped the club in several roles from his arrival in 1966 to 1994. He was the treasurer, he was the secretary manager of managing director of Bayern Sport, and he was on the advisory board. He was the honorary Bayern member. Fair play to him. So he did a lot for the club.
Yeah, he did. And
rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in peace. And that makes sense why they're having a minute's silence for him now. But we have moments away from kickoff, so I do want a final score prediction, because I said 2-0 to Bayern Munich, but I never got a score prediction from you. I don't know if you're sitting on the fence.
I'm definitely 3-2 Leipzig. I'm going for it. You've got to go. We've got to have some contention here.
I mean, considering we've seen in the last two seasons combined, there was a combined 3 goals in 4 fixtures.
Tonight's the night
that 2 become 1. Right, that's a song.
Spice Girls.
I don't know. Anyway,
tonight's the night that 2 become...
Yeah, that's a song. But anyway, we are kicking off now, and Emil Forsberg steps over it tonight. Big role for him tonight.
Yeah, Steppo, he's been in the club for a while. When I did my research on Leipzig a couple of weeks ago, been there since nearly 5 years. He's probably the veteran of this team, and so he just big moment for him to step up. As I'm guessing he'll be captaining, maybe Meccano actually.
Yeah, there isn't many mainstays from the older Leipzig generation. As you know, it's not been a long time that they've been up the top of the Bundesliga. But Forsberg is one of them. You look at Yusuf Poulsen, who's on the bench. He is one of them tonight. But
Sabitzer as well.
Sabitzer, of course, he came from the other Red Bull team, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Which is a great feeder system to Leipzig. Yeah. But coming up against Bayern Munich, as they do have a chance early, as they went for a lofted ball over the top, and it sadly couldn't find Christopher Nkunku. It could be that both of them play up front, but good early pressure from Leipzig.
Real good early pressure. Ball's found his way through though. Kluivert, and it's headed out for a throw-in, but that's some lovely football there by Leipzig. I think that's Nkunku is in an offside position, doesn't touch it. Kluivert finds himself in acres of space, squares it across, and it's cleared by Schuler for a corner for Leipzig, early corner. Yeah, it hit the corner flag. It was a lovely, as you say, dummy run, and Kluivert went to whip the ball, and it was a good header clear by Jerome Boateng. But this is the start you wanted as a Leipzig fan. Angelino stands over the corner. He's been a revelation since moving from Man City. Great, Anna. Fits into this system so much better. But we will pick out key players over the course of the game to talk about, as his corner is whipped in and he almost finds at the back post. There's a defender waiting, but it's clear to Sabitzer from the edge. Strikes! Oh! Woof! And the Austrian hits the crossbar. Tasty, this, innit?
This is a good start. So What do you notice from that, Rowan? Because what a hit from Sabitzer.
Well, I was about to get very annoyed that I think he was up and Meccano doesn't shoot. He actually does well. Takes time, sees Sabitzer. Sabitzer lets one right. Oh, he just rifles it, hits the crossbar, goes out for a goal kick. But Leipzig looking like they want this a lot.
Yeah,
so far.
Great strike from Marcel Sabitzer, the Austrian midfielder. He hits it with the outside of his foot, so it is still bending. Neuer just completely loses track of it in the air, and it ricochets off the crossbar. A vital early chance for Leipzig. But if you're Nagelsmann, what do you think of this start from Leipzig?
Well, 2 minutes in, and you've had an absolute rifle shot of testing Neuer. But also, you saw it in the build up to that. Neuer and Schuler forced to literally play within feet of each other, and that pressing game nearly cost Bayern a goal because, well, they obviously have reliance on Manuel Neuer. They know they can trust him with the ball, but if Leipzig can put him under pressure, he isn't naturally an outfield player.
No. And Leon in the chat says, how do you watch this online? You watch it right here as KD and the Sports Corner, also known as Josh, puts it in the chat. This is where you watch the game with commentary better than BT. What can we say?
Yeah, what can we say? I mean, you're watching former whole man Peter Glaxer.
I am. Do you know what the thing is? I've watched one game of Leipzig in the Champions League. I watched them against PSG. Obviously, I don't think you've managed to catch neither Leipzig nor Bayern Munich in the Champions League.
Not this year, no.
Not this year. But Leipzig did impress against PSG. They won because of obviously 2 sending-offs, which is fairly. If you've got 9 men, it's unlikely you'll lose the game, or I hope you won't anyway. So they have been impressive. A bit up and down. They had the loss to Man United, which was an extremely poor result for them.
Yeah.
Embarrassed on the night. And they've had ups, like they're beating PSG.
In the back of the head, do you think, obviously Bayern are already through.
Yeah.
Comfortably. Leipzig have got that game next week where all the teams in that group are all on 9 points.
Massive
It's
game.
a make or break game for them. Do you think in the back of the head thinking, sort of, we want to beat Bayern, it's a big thing, but we want to get out of that Champions League group. Maybe that's why Poulsen and Soloth have been rested.
It's definitely an option, but an outside of the football from Nkunku just evades
Offside.
everyone in the box, and Kluivert was just offside, but he's getting a chance tonight, of course. You might be right, because it is a kind of two-ended sword, really. You either go for the Bundesliga,
offside.
there he is, or you go for the Champions League, and obviously massive game against United, you do want to keep your players, but for Bayern Munich, they're through, they're probably going to rest. How impressive is this Bayern Munich side?
It's just good. They're just good. Like, there's nothing like amazing sort of. Go on.
I'm just saying in the chat, Hodge, where can see? Well, you can see the commentary right here. If you are in England, it is on BT, but if you don't have access to the game, we'll take you through it. We'll try and give us good commentary as we can to make you feel like you're visualising the game. And Raul Tiffer, Mia San Mia, tough match today. It is indeed. And I think, Mamma Mia, what a game we have in store. Back to Bayern Munich.
Yeah, they're a great side, aren't they? I mean, it seems like every player has a role to play. You've got Lewandowski bringing in the goals. You've got Sané and Coman feeding the goals. You've got Muller feeding Lewandowski as he always does, especially last year. Goretzka just being a man mounted in midfield. Kimmich sort of managed to find a blend between the back line and cross comes in. It's a punch away by Galaxy. Finding a blend of supporting the defence but then coming up front when they need. And then that defence just being rigid as usual and not moving.
Yeah, it's a really good team with talent all over the pitch. And I should have just added the timer that will come up there just now. We are 5 minutes into the game, and hopefully you can time it up with us along from home, because we may be a bit behind because of the BT app. That's BT's fault, not ours. But aside from that, we have had the opening 5 minutes of the game. It has been a really, really end-to-end start.
It has, both teams having a go. You had Bayern getting a corner there. I think that was the worry. Is obviously the previous fixtures have all been 1-0s or draws. And so when both teams are just matching each other out, this is like I said, it's either going to be a high-scoring game or a boring 0-0, 1-0.
But to be fair, it is 0-0 still on the scoreline right now, but it hasn't been a boring 0-0 at all. I think we've had really good spells in the game, especially that early chance from Marcel Sabitzer. Bayern didn't get out of the gates early 2 minutes, but they have since then as they're trying to get some balls into the box.
I mean, it's what Bayern do, is they will just keep on attacking you until you break down. And in fairness, it has worked the entire time the season's been. Obviously, a couple of games where they've had shaky results, but apart from that, they do just wear teams down. Their fitness levels are unbridled in the Bundesliga. What game were it? It would have been a game last year where I don't think they made subs till the 80th minute, and the players could have easily played the full 90.
Well, this is what puts them apart from the rest of the world at the moment, because they are obviously
the best
European champions. But make sure in the comments down below, if you are in the chat, thank you. If you are new, make sure to like and subscribe. We do many a watch along. We've got some tomorrow, some on Twitch, some on YouTube. We've got F1 on the channel. We've got wrestling on the channel, and we do try and cover as many leagues as possible, because we have had Liga all the way to the EFL Championship, which we obviously had at the start of the season as well.
I think we'll just do games that actually look tasty.
Yes, as Raoul put in the chat, Mia San Mia games, when we look at them and think, that's a tasty fixture.
Yeah.
As today is. But
do you think we'll ever see the NFL corner return?
Yeah, I think so at one point. Me and Will make a return. It's just due to...
a valiant return.
Well, the thing is obviously due to... We have work, we have university, we've got a lot to figure... And it always comes on the day, because we only do 2 days. But we'll talk
when the valiant return of the NFL corner returns.
Yeah, when me and Will make our return, trust me, it'll be worth it. We'll have like a wall and we'll smash through it. It'll be dramatic to the end. But Leipzig do come forward as Kluivert's on the right. His whipped ball, there's nobody in the box.
That is awful.
Do you think that's a lack of a striker? I know it was an awful ball into the box, but no one was in there.
Them strikers would have known where to stand in the box, where to be. And instead you've got Nkunku, who's not the largest of men.
No.
And you've got Forsberg, who again isn't the largest of men. You don't really have a tall team. I don't think you should try playing them high crosses in for a header, unless you are very confident that you can outjump Schuler, Goretzka, Martinez, and Boateng.
Well, this is the thing with this defence of Bayern Munich. It can get got at, and you've got Schuler and you've got Boateng in the air. They're all right. They're not the quickest of actually 2 centre halves, so that's why I believe maybe a quicker striker to put the ball through would have been successful, but that's not what they've gone with tonight. But this is what we'd usually say for a team on the back foot: get set pieces. Will set pieces be a big factor for Leipzig though, because they haven't got a tall team at all?
I don't think you play for it. Like teams will play for set pieces. Try keep the ball moving as much as you can, because you're not going to score from a corner. Free kick maybe if a thing is you can say this, but all it takes is a ball to be knocked down to the floor and someone poke it in. But from headers, you're not going to test this Bayern side.
No, not really. And to be honest, if you talk about miscommunication there between Galaxy and Upamecano at the back, he didn't know whether they were coming to go in. He's not impressed me recently. I know he's a former Hull City legend.
Wow.
I know.
Is this slander, Kieran?
Well, if you look at the Champions League games, he's had some costly errors. If you watch the Champions League goal show, which is coming on Tuesday and Wednesday again.
There's a mistake at the back.
But it's just cleared up, and I'm not sure...
it does well to keep that in there.
It will be given as a throw-in, but Robert Lewandowski's down. He has took one to the crown jewels as Upamecano.
Oh, that is a big knee there from...
I think Upamecano. There you go.
It's the one that makes you wince. Right in the cock.
Yeah, it is. But if you talk about Leipzig in these kind of games, we're 10 minutes in now. These mistakes at the back need to be cut out sooner rather than later, don't they?
Yeah, the thing is, you've actually got good defence. I think... Is that going to go for a corner?
No.
It's going to go for a goal kick. Your defence is okay, but we've seen they have been exposed. I think Galaxy is strange. Who's their backup?
Mvogo, I think.
Never mind. I'm going to say, do you think...
Well, Mvogo's not a bad keeper. Mvogo,
That's going to be a corner.
He's never really pulled up any trees. He's Swiss goalkeeper's never going to get into the Switzerland side. He's an average goalkeeper. But the corner will come in by Leroy Sané, and it'll go out the other end, but it will be recycled by Benjamin Pavard.
That's a good ball in, outside of foot.
It'll fall to Coleman. He's got some twinkle toes in the box. Goes for the near post, and it just hits the side netting rather than the post. But Bayern growing into the game, and this is what you didn't want. No,
you don't want to give Bayern opportunities, because eventually they will put it in the back of the net, because it's what Bayern do. I mean, they're already an early opportunity from Coleman. Mullen are happy with him, but why not test Galaxy? It's open in 10 minutes. You've still got 80 more minutes. Just it's the thing with football. Just test it, because you never know how the keeper's feeling that day. He could end up having the game of his life, or he could have an absolute stinker.
Yeah. And that's the worry. If you are watching the game today, please put your comments in the comment section down below. As we've already said, this is a really tasty match in the Bundesliga. Does have ramifications for the league.
It's a title decider, really. Not a decider, but it sets the wheels in motion.
Yeah, I think it's a bit early for a title decider. You never know. Bayern might drop down with 19 injuries. Obviously, it's unrealistic, but of course.
Well, it's the one thing. What would Bayern be like without Lewandowski? We saw how they played with Choupo-Moting, and then it would be Josh Zirkzee as well, who'd be your second backup.
Yeah,
it doesn't scream title winners.
No, I think that's the thing. Last season, I remember during when the pandemic was just coming, but the ball is nicked, and I will cut myself off as Forsberg's driving. There's men either side. He goes for the switch pass to Haidara, or Nkunku. Sorry, he cuts inside. His deflected shot goes over. It is a corner for Leipzig. I'm sorry to not
Why
answer
has
your question.
Nkunku got 2 flappy bits there? 3 flappy bits.
It's a style, bro.
It's like doing a quarter of XXXTentacion. Do you know who he is?
No. But it's a style thing. I know that. It's a style thing. But no, apart from, obviously, we've just spoke about the thing. If Lewandowski does go down, last season, before the pandemic, Lewandowski had just gone out with an injury and we weren't knowing how many weeks he was going to miss. Fortunately, there was the lockdown, and then he didn't. By the time we get back into the league system, he was back. So yeah, we don't know. But Angelino's corner will be whipped in. It's cleared at the near. It's a poor corner from. I mean,
it's still in. No, it's definitely not still in play. Yeah, but in fairness, we talk about if you look at the 2 teams in the Bundesliga, it's Dortmund and Bayern. Leipzig are really nearly at that point.
Yeah,
but Dortmund don't have depth at striker. They've got Haaland, and that's it.
Well, we saw him today.
Yeah,
without Haaland, they look like for me. As a team without Haaland, they're not a very scary proposition.
No. The thing, like Brandt played up there, he ended up shifting back to centre mid, and the youngster Makoko come on. You know what? I think the youngster will score goals eventually, but he's 16 years old, and that was his second Bundesliga game. It's going to take either a season, 2 seasons for him to really get used to that style of football.
Well, this is the thing. You can't rely on a 16-year-old to score your goals, but. At the moment, we do have Lewandowski in the game. Not seen much of him so far. He did take a clattering from Upamecano earlier, but he is a difference maker.
Yeah, he is the best player in the world right now.
Oh, that's a bold shout.
I think he is.
He's the best striker in the world.
Who's better than him this season?
This season, wow.
Not even this season, just overall this year.
I think, in terms of, if you're talking form-wise, I understand the argument. I'm always going to probably go with Ronaldo, just because
True.
I like Ronaldo.
Yeah, I can see that, but I mean, just if you look at form and goal scoring, as ball comes over the top, it's going to be Nkunku who collects it on that left-hand side. Cross comes in, and surprisingly, can't jump high enough for the ball.
That's the thing with this Leipzig side, is they've got in behind on occasion. We had that Kluivert early chance, which was cleared for a corner. Leipzig have not started this game badly at all. They have lots of tricky players in the midfield. They can play nice 1-2s, dynamic football. But when it comes into the box, who's going to finish them?
Their build-up play has been lovely so far. Just that interlinking football, and then it does lead to the ball.
Oh dear. Schalke has put Bayern goal 26. Well, if Bayern do score, I'll get it ready just in case. We are a little bit behind.
We're not going to be that far behind. Well, I don't think this.
I think he might mean number 26.
Which would be?
I have no idea.
Kingsley Coman? No, he's 29.
He's 29. The ball comes in. Galaxy comes out and claims it. No, I think,
you don't know what you're talking about, mate.
I don't think there's been a Bayern goal. Unless he is the biggest bait in the world, and we've just took it completely.
That was lovely by Lewandowski.
It was.
But what I was saying about the strikers is, Leipzig actually have depth there.
Yeah.
They're probably one of the only, the top contending sides who've got good strikers. Not like top tier like Haaland and Lewandowski, but from striker to striker, they're all quite the same level playing field.
Yeah, level playing field. Yeah, I understand what you mean.
And it's
by
a
that.
playing level field.
You did, but Leverkusen are up there. For me in the Bundesliga, as you say, it's a clear divide. You've got the top team in the division, which is more than likely Bayern Munich.
Yeah.
And then the best of the rest.
Then I think you've got Dortmund, Leipzig, then Gladbach, Leverkusen. I'd say
it could be. It could very well be that. But Kluivert has done really well. Done really well to get away from the grasp of Martinez, and they're coming forward here as a 4. Sabitzer out to Nkunku. He's inside short.
He has a dig.
Yeah, what you've got to say for Leipzig so far is everything for them has been outside the box in terms of chances they've created.
Yeah.
It's been long shots, Do you think that's what it's going to be to break down this Bayern team? Because they don't have a striker, obviously.
That's the thing. It's going to be such a weird thing to say. They don't have a striker there. I mean, he's not happy.
No.
But they don't have a striker there who would be sitting in that position to play through. The thing is, like you said, it's in Nkunku Kluivert. We actually don't know who will be pushing up because we don't know what formation they're playing. It's looking like it's Kluivert, Forsberg and Nkunku as a front three.
Yes, and a midfield three of Sabitzer, Haidara and Adams. Adams is the centre pivot of the three. But it is really difficult to tell because they are interlinking as a long ball was aired towards Leroy Sané, and it's really good defending at the back by Kanate.
Yeah, the Leipzig haven't really been tested much.
No, they haven't. I don't think there's been many shots on goal. There was a side netting one by Kingsley Coman. And you are almost creeping up to 20 minutes now. You're 17 minutes in. If you're Nagelsmann, has this gone to plan so far?
Yeah, Bayern haven't scored, and it sounds so stupid when you are title contenders, but that is the one where Bayern do score goals, and if you can stop them for as long as you can, it's a positive.
It's a long ball in behind. It's a good save. We said Galaxy hadn't been called into action. It was just literally a long ball down the left-hand side by David Alaba, in behind the right-back Mukiele towards Coman. He tries to get it across goal. He does really well to keep it in. Galaxy fumbles it, but only out for a corner.
Well, you see who's lurking there.
It's Robert Lewandowski, who is, as you said, one of the best strikers in the world, if not the best.
Yeah, I'd say he's the best right now.
Yeah, he's going to have some instance in this game where he gets involved, but Sané will whip the corner in.
Cross comes in. Ooh.
It's a bit of a double ricochet.
That's it. He skips a couple of players, but then just zooms right over the crossbar. Unfortunately for Bayern, but yeah, but bright sparks for both these sides.
Yeah.
So far, 20 minutes in, it's been quite a.
I think it's been played at a good tempo.
Yeah,
to be honest, it's been a 0-0, but there's definitely been chances for both teams. It's not been both teams in the middle of the park as Bayern dispossessed Leipzig high up the field, but can't come with anything. That's been it for really Bayern Munich. They've that final ball, but on the counter, as Nkunku's through down the middle, Neuer's come out, he's round Neuer, he's slotted It's 1-0 to RB Leipzig.
Well, it comes straight off. I think Goretzka tackles Tyler Adams. Bayern look like they're going to attack. It's sniffed away by Upamecano, and then he plays to Forsberg in the middle, and there is just an open gap in that midfield. I don't know who is missing. It could have been Boateng. Ball's fed through to Nkunku. Neuer does what Neuer does. He comes out and Nkunku taps it past him, slots it into an open net. But where was the defence there? If Boateng just doesn't commit to Forsberg, leaves an acres of space in that midfield for Nkunku. Nkunku's not tracked by, I think it was Nicholas Schuler. And through, Neuer has to come out. He comes out like he does. Just simple taps it past him into an open net, and Leipzig are 1-0 up.
Well, this is it. No striker, no problems for Leipzig at the moment. They're 1-0 up, and it's Christopher Nkunku, the Frenchman. As you say, Neuer, sweeper keeper, couldn't quite sweep that one up. Nkunku rounded him and slotted it calmly into an open goal. Leipzig have been playing on the counter all day long, and it's finally prevailed. One
thing I realised, was Nagelsmann then. As soon as I got in, he called Tyler Adams over and just said, well done. For winning, sort of fighting back for that ball that forced the block from Upamecano.
Yeah, it's a brilliant. As I said, it's been a really good start to this game from both sides. It's not been a one-horse race at all. This has been really competitive, and Leipzig have the lead.
Worrying for Bayern.
It is, but there's still 20 minutes played. There's still so much football to play. But unfortunately for the man that said Bayern goal, wrong team, wrong time, wrong team, wrong time,
wrong number.
Yeah, just all wrong.
Just all wrong.
But as you say, for Leipzig now, they have something to hold on
to. Use this momentum.
But you don't want to sit back, do you? As Angelino goes for a crossfield ball and it's cut out by Nicholas Schuler at the back. That's what I said about Bayern's problems, though, getting caught in behind because they play such a high line. And Nkunku timed his run well. Brilliant pass threaded through the centre of the park.
And the thing is, you saw there was so much space there from Boateng. Obviously, he's pushed up high, but yeah, you had because Pavard pushed up because it was a Bayern attack. If you think about it, someone's gone down. It's Javi Martinez.
He's
arthritis is getting to him.
I was going to say he is one of the elder statesmen in the team, and it looks to me like either a thigh or a groin's gone there. To be honest with you, but the ball has been kicked out of play. He's hobbling around. He's stretching. Maybe he didn't do a warm up properly, but a man as experienced as him should know how to do a warm up by now.
Yeah. I mean, that goal, just because I don't know how Bayern have allowed that, but well done to Leipzig and now use that momentum. They've got the top of the league as it stands.
Yeah, definitely. It's a massive, massive goal for RB Leipzig and a massive goal for the Bundesliga as well. You've got to think the neutral Bundesliga fans were cheering alongside us
100%.
then for that Bayern goal. We're not, we don't stand on either side of the fence apart from Dortmund and Gladbach. Yeah. But apart from that, we're completely unbiased.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. You want to see I think English fans should always have a German team because they've always got good links to England. I know Oldham's team, I think, is Hoffenheim. Like, there's a select fans of Oldham fans who will go over to Hoffenheim or Hertha or something, and vice versa. Which, imagine them stepping foot to Oldham. But yeah, like, it's always good to have a German team. Obviously, Dortmund, Gladbach.
Yeah. I did just go to check, and they are saying that Javi Martinez on the Twitter has got an injury, but we don't know the extent. It's a long ball over the top. Kluivert is racing through on goal. The flag is not up. He can pick a pass. Will he find one? He's got Haidara waiting. He finds Haidara, who's air-shotted it. But that is the danger for Leipzig, and they're still piling the pressure on.
Exactly. They just took way too long then.
Yeah, they did.
Well, and there were no one there for Kluivert, in fairness.
But I think the ball had just took him a little bit too far left, but it's that ball over the top. As they try to find it again, and Alaba's clearing. It's panic stations for Bayern Munich.
It is. Well, I mean, it's Leipzig again. They are not stopping. Good block by Alaba. Because Kluivert was open there. Should see a Bayern counter-attack here.
And Angelino will cut it out well, and he'll just hoof it long because they don't want it. But we speak of relentless, and usually we talk about Bayern Munich, but Leipzig on that attack there were absolutely relentless, pressing to get the ball back immediately, high up the field.
That's what you want to see.
It's worked so far.
Yeah.
But how long can they keep this up? That's the question.
The thing is, if they go to half-time 1-0 up, that feeling for the team, going into a change room, for Nagelsmann as well especially.
Yeah.
Oof.
It's an absolutely massive first 25 minutes. We're creeping up about a minute and a half to that point. But the first half is over. Leipzig were the leaders, I would say, at this point. I think they have definitely had the better of the chances. But you can't count out Bayern, as every time they come forward, they do look dangerous.
That's the thing with Bayern. They could look like they're on the back for the entire game, and then they'll just score 3 for fun.
Yeah, this is the thing. They've been a danger to every single team in Europe, but Leipzig holding them out so far. Tactically, very, very accomplished performance, but still a long way to go. And a really good game so far.
That's the thing. Both teams do want it. I think Leipzig want it way more from what you can see on the pitch so far, but I thought, what's going on here?
The ball's out of play again. Javi Martinez is going to be removed from the pitch.
At least he can run in it.
Went down with a groin injury earlier. He didn't look to be moving very well at all.
Youngsters come on here.
And there will be a replacement.
Chris Richards?
And there is a replacement. Or is it Musiala?
I don't know the difference, I'll be honest. I haven't seen them both enough.
We're just waiting now, as Javi Martinez has been subbed for Musiala, I'm pretty sure. So definitely an attacking change from...
I think he's English, isn't he, as well, Jamal Musiala?
Yeah, or is it Chris Richards English? I know
Chris Richards is American.
Ah, right, okay. So here's one of these Bayern youngsters, though. He has come on, he'll slot into the midfield. He's a different midfielder, really, to Javi Martinez. Much younger, much more inexperienced, but still got talent.
I think it was one thing that a lot of Bundesliga fans not complained about was that how really Bayern haven't really created their own players massively. Like, obviously, Lewandowski came from Dortmund. I think Muller must have been...
Lots of space for Mukiele to whip a cross in, and his cross finds Boateng. There was Forsberg waiting in there. I'm sorry to cut you off.
No, it's fine.
It was a really nice opportunity.
Yeah, and so now that... And we've talked about how Leipzig, Dortmund, a lot of the other clubs do bring up these young players. I like to see that Bayern are doing now with Chris Richards, Musiala, Alphonso Davies, bringing them over from the MLS or from Youth Academies England, and actually fitting them into this team, and they're playing well.
Yeah, they are, and obviously he got his chance in midweek, as I think KD, as I've said, was saying he was playing really well. But this is the chance for Bayern. Leroy Sané, really dynamic run through the middle of the park. He'll find Coleman on the left, overlapped by Alaba, ball into the box, chipped up. Good save by the Hungarian Galaxy.
He does really well. He just spots out the cross. It's a risky. Oh, cross comes in again. It's cleared by Leipzig, but risky for him to come out there because one foul sweep of the ball and it's right into the path of a Bayern player, but luckily they get it out. Goes out for a corner.
He did really well there because there was two men behind him waiting with Sané and Lewandowski, both lethal finishers. Just got it away from them. Big strong palm from Peter Galaxy, former Hull City legend. But a corner will come in. Bayern now pressing a little bit more.
Yeah, I was trying to think if this cross comes in, cleared from the corner. I was trying to think, is there any former Oldham legends in this team?
Oh, I doubt it.
Timothy Dieng? No.
Technically, Galaxy was more of a Liverpool player, but then came on loan to us. But I'm still counting it. I'm
Jalen running through the head of the team.
No,
yeah.
I've got a
Tyler Adams.
I don't think he had a loan spell at Boundary Park.
Imagine that.
That would have been good limbs for that moment. But as I say, if you are watching, make sure to like, subscribe, and put your comments in the comment section about this game. Been a really good game so far, or any other game going on at the moment, because we know that United are playing.
Can we shut the scores for that?
Yeah, you can do if you'd like to. And as there's a head injury in the middle of the park, and it's Lewandowski, he's in the walls again. He went up for a header, I think, with one of the centre halves and came off worse for wear. He is still down at the moment. No, it was Tyler Adams. I think he took a...
Bonk.
Yeah, a header to the back of the head there.
No. Between United.
0-0 between United and thingy. And obviously Juventus are still playing as well.
Yeah, and Juventus are...
playing Torino.
They are.
The score's not coming up.
And they're playing them to... It must be a lovely game. Lovely weather there. As it's 1-0 to Torino.
There you go.
Nicholas Henkulu.
Who'd have thought? The big centre-half coming up from the back.
It's half-time as well.
Speaking of centre-halves, they're up for Bayern Munich. David Alaba has a free kick for that clash with Lewandowski. Seemed to be a head injury. Alaba, good set-piece taker. Free kick towards the back post. No one's there. But the ball will be recycled. Hit by Pavard! What a hit that was.
We know Pavard loves a screamer.
Yeah.
I think it was going out anyway, but...
I think that was saved, if I'm not mistaken. It's hit on the half volley by Benjamin Pavard.
That's an incredible save.
I thought it was. Peter Galaxy, full stretch to his top left. And when I'm saying he was about 30 yards or something to the right-hand side, brilliant. Leroy Sané, corner comes in, won at the first post by, I think it was Goretzka. And again, what a hit by Benjamin Pavard. We saw it in the World Cup. We almost had a beauty there, but not for Peter Galaxy.
Incredible. That was a great save by Galaxy.
Yeah.
Gets up early, that's the thing. If he... Second later, that's heading straight to the back of the net, and that's a goal of the season contender.
Yeah, absolutely unbelievable. I apologise for any headphone users. We probably just burst your eardrums.
Unlucky.
What a hit from Benjamin Pavard. Unfortunately, we got stalled from a possible pushcast contender, but the ball's whipped in again. These corners not coming to anything, but the second ball seems to always fall to Bayern Munich.
But Leipzig have done well. They've just stopped Bayern from getting a chance from a corner, but again, is that the second ball?
Yeah. As every time they come forward, they do look like a threat. Kingsley Coman's on this left. He's looking for an overlap. Can't find it. This is Musiala. His first action is to drive down the left and try and put a cross in, but he'll turn back on himself and it'll go more into the midfield. Yeah.
Bayern are really getting into this game now. It's been probably 5 minutes, 6 minutes of consistent pressure from Bayern.
As Coman breaks the fastest player record.
You like to see Upamecano there, the centre half.
Yep, and in second, Wamangituka Tuka from Stuttgart as Coman cuts inside his right. He lays it off to Musiala, hits it!
Oh, what a goal for the youngster!
The youngster is...
I mean,
come on.
We talked about the consistent pressure and it comes here. It's Kingsley Coman, does really well, holds on the outside of the box. Musiala in, not acres of space, just lets one rip. I think that's Mukiele who just can't put the block in. And Jamal Musiala, the youngster, puts it in the back of the net past Galaxy. I think the referee was talking to his assistant there, but lovely interlinking play. Coman, Musiala, one touch, hits it into the bottom right.
And hello, Egyptian lover. He puts Gareth Bowen is going to score at United today. We love Gareth Bowen. And El Grande de Tarino, who are obviously leading at the moment. No leader in this game. Musiala has levelled it up. What a moment for the young man who came on as a substitute. Wasn't meant to play today. Gets on the score sheet.
Did the Stevie Bergwijn, but that.
An M for Musiala. Could you believe it?
No, I couldn't. 3
goals in 2020-22 and one it's coming up for the youngster. He hits it from the edge of the box. A nice pile drive shot into the bottom right hand corner. Galaxy made a super save earlier. There's no save in that.
It's a great finish.
There's no save in that. And what a game we've had, all tied up. 1-1.
It's just open space. And the thing is, Mukiele closes him down, but Musiala just gets that shot off quick and efficient. And now 1-1 and Leipzig's momentum gone right down the drain.
Yeah, Bayern by no near 100% today, but they can play at 75 and still give any team in the league a game. I don't think they're going to play it out. They're not. They'll switch it into midfield. Angelino will calmly clear the ball. Now, this is it for Leipzig now. They have to tame this momentum as it will be kicked out of play.
Yeah, it's number 8 who's down.
It's Haidara, I think.
Haidara, yeah. I don't know what it is. I think he went down holding his leg, but...
It was a tackle with David Alaba as... I think he just takes one to the head.
Arse to face. Cheek to cheek.
It was.
That's how we were told to tackle in rugby.
There you go.
Cheek to cheek.
As we're looking at some of the replays of the goals, it was a really nice first goal, and Kunku was
into an open net.
Through into an open net, and Musiala managed to take aim from just inside the semicircle at the edge of the box, hits it into the bottom right-hand corner, Galatsky's left.
I genuinely thought he was spraying Red Bull in his face then.
No.
It's bold from Galatsky.
No, but some tactical tweaks going on because obviously he's down with a head injury. We've had a couple of them this half.
Yeah. Both teams won it, being a bit more aggressive.
Yeah, can't
complain.
It's been a really good game.
It has.
Who do you think's been better?
That's the thing. Bayern for the past 10 minutes, yes, better side, but that opening 20, it was all Leipzig. Yeah. So I think you've got Leipzig, but margins. Yeah,
it's been a really even game, and not many people probably would have expected that before kick-off, because there is obviously implications for the league. We'll go through that at half-time. We'll look at the live table and stuff like that.
Something's going on. There we go.
The ball's been played back in because obviously...
No, waiting for Haidara to come back on the pitch.
Yeah, I think... Did Bayern have to kick it back to him, I presume?
Yeah, Bayern kicked it back to Galatsky, and then Galatsky waited until Haidara was back on.
Long ball up by Angelino for Schuler to deal with. He misses the header. Alaba just gets it clear, and it's literally like watching a game of tennis, this. It's end-to-end, and I think by the end of this, I'll have arthritis like Javi Martinez in my neck.
My eyes will be going like that.
Yeah.
Going sideways.
Good game and a good start for Musiala, who wasn't even meant to play today, but the youngster is on the score sheet.
Yeah, and it's a little common. I think it's Coleman and Muller link up well, and you think, he's playing it back to Muller. No, straight to Musiala, who's won the ball back again.
He's really changed the game since he's come on, and that's a terrible clearance from Haidara, but unfortunately for him, it only went as far as Kanate.
They don't really have height, do they, Leipzig?
No.
So I was just looking at the defenders. Upamecano is tall, but Mukiele doesn't seem tall. Kanate doesn't seem particular.
No, and
they probably are tall considering.
They are winning headers at the back, though, to be fair. They've not been
awful.
Going forward, they've got no height.
Do you think... When, obviously, we'll wait and see, but when did they actually bring on a striker? Because I don't want to say their first goal was luck, but it wasn't really because a striker has done something amazing. It was the midfield who did something. Oh...
It's lovely football and it's 3.
Oh, it's 2-1.
And just like that, the game has completely flipped on its head. Kingsley Coleman finds a wonderful pass to, I think it was Robert Lewandowski, and he's through ball.
And I think it comes from Kanate, had his legs wide open, straight through his legs, and Coleman plays through Thomas Muller, who slots it back through. It was Lewandowski, straight through the legs of Upamecano.
Beautiful.
The Coleman holds it. Plays through Muller, who just loses Angelino. Angelino can't stay with him. And slots it straight past Galatsky.
Yep.
And we told him, give Bayern opportunities and they'll score. And it's happened.
Yeah, it's exactly what we said. It was a lovely nutmeg from Lewandowski to Kingsley Coleman, who threw balls it to Thomas Muller, who slots it past the despairing Peter Galatsky. And within 10 minutes, the game has completely flipped on its head. And it's exactly what Bayern Munich usually do. Not at the best, but they are winning this one. But Leipzig will come forward and hopefully not going to be too disheartened from this performance because it's not been bad.
If they get a goal before the half, I think, again, you've got to be happy with a 2-0 with Bayern Munich. I'm trying to think what a draw would do. It just
keeps everything the same, really.
Just a 1 point more.
Yeah, because obviously Dortmund getting a point early. We will talk through some other Bundesliga scores and how the table looks at half-time because there's nothing to go through but a header down from Haidara. Kluivert,
it's 2-2!
It's 2-2!
Out of nowhere. We talked about how Leipzig needed a second goal. They've got it immediately. Justin Kluivert, the man on loan from Roma. And Neuer is not happy there.
It's wonderful football because it's a switched ball to Mukiele, who heads it infield to Haidara, and his lofted ball reaches Kluivert, and he just slots it past Neuer. Simple as that.
It's Boateng who's caught out, just plays Kluivert outside. Kluivert then just controls the ball. Lovely thing. That is a great team goal from Leipzig. We talked about how good the Bayerns were. Leipzig have just said, anything you can do, we can do it better.
Yeah, brilliant build-up play. Mukiele to Haidara. A little lofted through ball, not too far at all, just in behind Goretzka. And Kluivert just has to lash it past Neuer.
And we haven't got that boring draw.
It is a draw, though.
Yeah, but it's not a boring draw.
Just not the boring part of the draw. Anyone here I mean, there's a few people here.
We're
here, Egyptian lover. We'll talk to you, mate. You know, not many people talking to you in the chat. But if you are in the chat, feel free to comment. It's been a brilliant game so far. That's it, Egyptian. They're all infatuated by the game. Fair enough. You know, what can you do?
By now, just going to play out of the back with Schuler. Tries to play the ball over top and, again, Leipzig get it cleared.
Well, the thing is, how important was that instant response from Leipzig?
We literally just said they probably need to get a goal just before half-time.
Yep.
As soon as they say that, boom, Cliver in the back of the net.
And it's 2-2, and it's a tackle as Angelino does an acrobatic clearance, but only finds Lewandowski. And I feel like once we've had one punch by Leipzig, it's going to be about 5 or 6 from Bayern Munich.
Fairness, it's what happened after the first goal. Bayern kept on going, scored. Leipzig score.
Yeah, I mean, shots on target in the game, there's been 5. 4 in the back of the net. Goalkeepers look away.
Yeah.
But Galaxy made a really good save early because we've had some really nice goals as well, and that one was just brilliant build-up play. And we said all day, the interlink in the midfield was really nice. Just finishing, Kluivert finished it.
Kluivert, he does well, just turns around and just swings at it. He's hitting the bottom left, and my worry was that we were going straight wide, but Neuer was not happy. I think he was with it was Schuler, but Boateng more because Boateng plays Kluivert on the side, no one tracks him.
Yeah.
Because of space, and if you give a player some space, it'll put it in the back of the net. 2
really nice goals back to back, which were lovely build-up play. Maybe defenders just losing concentration for moments, and then they're in the back of the net. But it's poised really nicely with 8 minutes to go of this half, plus stoppage time because we have had a few injuries.
Yeah, Haidara and stuff. So they're probably about 2 minutes, 3 minutes of added time, I'd say.
Yeah, I mean, because of all the injuries, having Martinez had to go off, but what a substitution that was. Musiala came on and scored. We've had a few head injuries, but
and it seems the head injury for Haidara spurred him on.
Yeah, that's it. It's a lovely
assist.
Lovely assist from the Mali international. Or is it Guinea? Mali or Guinea? The one that Naby Keita plays for.
Mali.
Do we think?
No.
I've got no idea.
When you have a Google,
it's Mali or Guinea. One of the two.
Leipzig will try to play out the back here. Tyler Adams. Ooh, caught possession a bit. Guess it. Back to Upamecano, who'll get it out. Man, obviously, he was rumoured to be signing for Arsenal. The summer window never happened. I mean, if you're Leipzig,
Mali.
you would have wanted.
I was right.
You were
it's
right.
Mali. Yes, Mali. Well, there we go.
Having a party outside.
Mali and me. Anyway, we're going to... Sorry, I know, it was a bad joke.
You're so proud of it,
It was a bad joke. Right. We'll get back to the football, because believe
it's
it or not...
It's alright, because Leipzig had Musiala and me.
Yeah. I was going to say chicken tikka Musiala.
Oh, for God's sake.
But anyway, right. Because the thing is, it's not been that bad of a game. We're still making jokes.
If your hands are flick, you want to flick the channel away.
Right, move. We're moving on. We're moving on quite quickly. Josh will fire us midway through the stream.
Can't fire it. We're not employed. You can just tell us to piss off.
That's fair enough. It's a long ball over the top. Coleman's reaching it, but Galaxy comes out and saves it. You know, the thing is, we do laugh at this point, but this is really... You can't take your eyes off this, can you?
No. Back and forth. Both teams want it. And we talked about how... Well,
that's going to be offside, I think.
Yeah.
The flag's up. They did that
late.
Still
going to go. Just put it in the back of the net for fun.
Yay! It's going to be probably... I don't know if he'll get yellow carded for that, but...
Nah.
But then again...
It's a bit warning.
I thought they was going to do that thing, you know, in football where they're not allowed to basically say it's offside till basically the end of the play. And then
it was a good ball, though.
It was
weren't offside.
Lovely ball, but it's definitely offside from Christopher Nkunku because of that high line. They're literally playing right on the halfway line.
That's how they play. And the thing is... We say how it won't pay off, but it does pay off them as well. Seeing times where the teams have wanted to counter, they've cleared it out, go straight to the defence, straight back into the pressure.
Yeah, exactly. And speaking of pressure, Bayern Munich did win the ball back quite high up there. They have gone backwards to go forwards, but you are pointing out that game of Leipzig v Man United.
No, I was looking at... where's Alaba? I thought Alaba's just playing an extreme... They've gone to 3 at the back because Alaba's playing practically left mid, but yeah... That game next week.
Yeah.
Leipzig United, obviously, for KD,
massive
won't
game.
be looking forward to it, but if you're a neutral...
Massive game. Oof. Massive game.
If you're PSG, though, it more or less confirms that you're going through.
Well...
You're sort of lucky that you're at this point, but not confirms, but you've got an easy game.
Yeah, if Basaksa here can pick up a victory, then that just completely blows
did they get a draw at the weekend? Last week?
No, they lost 4-3 to Leipzig. Do you remember
That's what it was.
Yeah, so, Leipzig loved a high score in the Champions League, but thank God they love a high score today because we have not witnessed a drab here as Coleman's been really good in this half, creating spaces and Musiala's switch ball, which is nobody.
We'll go back for the free kick.
No, he played the advantage.
Did it? Alright.
Yeah, he played the advantage, unfortunately, for Musiala. His pass could only find the billboard on the right-hand side. We do see some strikers warming
I
up.
love Yusuf Poulsen. Just a bit. He runs. Do you know, like he's obviously doing. Do you know, like a great day in the dog?
Yeah,
I feel like that's what he's like. He'll just appear just
in
bounding.
real life, or
Yeah.
Oh, fair enough.
Just running around, just
enjoying life.
getting about. Yeah.
Yeah. Terrible kick from Galaxy. Coleman's there. He'll dispatch it to Muller on the edge of the box, but it's really
Great
sloppy.
defend.
Really,
It's
really
sloppy defend. It's sloppy from both teams, but the sloppy defending pays off. Galaxy collects.
And there is another man down injured at this point, and I think it's Haidara again.
Yeah.
I'm not sure, but there is a man down in the midfield, and I'm not sure if that's his head again. And it's just not...
He is holding his head.
Yeah.
Boom.
I'm not sure what's going on with
Let's have a look. What happens with him?
No, he seems to be. Yeah, he seems to be hobbling when he gets up from that challenge, and we might see an early change because he's not got up since.
Who will come on from Kev Campbell?
Yeah, Kevin Campbell, maybe Danny Olmo, just stick another attack.
Danny Olmo.
They've got 18 attacking midfielders on
Why
the pitch.
not?
Just hit another one on there. Why not?
They're showing the Muller goal. When it went 2-1, you think, Bayern really found it, but Leipzig replied immediately.
Yeah, there's been some stoppages in this game, but in terms of goals, they've been wonderful goals.
Boosh.
Questions over offside, but as you said, Jerome Boateng keeping him on, and Hansi Flick not happy.
Not happy at all.
Unsurprisingly, because they had the lead for not very long at all, about 2 minutes.
Like, they go 1-0 down, they bring it back,
Yep.
then they go take the win, and now it's back to a draw.
It's a game that has completely just topped and turned. It's been a bit like a boxing match, really, in terms of, Leipzig won the early rounds, Bayern brought it back, and then Leipzig with a good finish to the second half. But there will be some time added on.
Yeah, I'm guessing there'll be like 4 minutes now, 5 minutes with Haidara probably coming off. He is limping. Let's have a look. But yeah, like you said, Danny Olmo, Kev Campbell will come on.
Yeah. We can imagine, or they might bring on a striker.
Yeah, maybe. Bring off you. No, it looks like I think it looks like he's going to come back onto the pitch.
To be
on the
fair,
sideline.
a minute and 45 from half time. If you could just analyse it more when you're in.
Yeah, because it might
the
just
changing
turn out that
room.
it's just a bit of stress or something just needs massaging out or something.
He is running back onto or hobbling back onto the field.
Yeah.
Will probably be a more precise description. But we are a minute and 30 away from the half, which has been a brilliant half to watch.
Oh yeah.
What do you think in terms of added time? Because there's been a lot of stoppages.
I say 4 or 5 probably. You had Haidara down twice. You've had, you've obviously had the sub of Martinez.
Yep.
So yeah, probably 4 or 5.
And he was down injured. You've had
Yeah.
Haidara head injury. Lewandowski's been in the walls twice. One to
And one of the balls.
Yeah, and his head as well.
Yeah, I forgot about the head injury.
Yeah, that's been so. There's been lots in there, and there's someone down
There's
again.
someone else down.
And Kunku is down on the right side. He appears to have took one to the back, but they're going to still attack without him. They'll just leave him on the floor. But this means that Kingsley Coleman can drive forward because they didn't kick the ball out.
They didn't, and Albino will come at him. Pavard, Muller.
It's a long ball into the box. Musiala leaves it for David Alaba on the left. It was cleared the original cross, but I think it will come back in eventually.
Yeah, Bayern just. Yeah, they'll probably kick the ball out of play now.
Now that they're still playing on at the moment, and everyone's pointing, saying Nkunku's been down, and he has been, and he's just getting back onto his knees now. I think he just took
what a coincidence!
I think he just took one to the coccyx when just bodies.
Especially when Leon Goretzka, the man mountain, runs into the back of you.
This is the thing, Leon Goretzka of a year ago, you'd have been fine, you'd have been straight running back up, but when it's Leon Goretzka now...
That is mental, innit? His body growth.
3 minutes added on.
I was like, have you seen that? I was expecting him to appear there.
No. 3 minutes.
3
minutes added on at the end of this half, and because of all the injuries, I'm not surprised, but we'll see. I think Nkunku will be fine to carry on as we see Kevin Campbell warming up.
With horrible hair.
Sorry.
Oh. I'm not a fan of Kev Campbell's hair.
Fair enough. You don't like Leeds then, do you? Because everyone's got that haircut in the Leeds United.
No, but his is like... Do you know? Have you seen Monsters Inc?
Yeah.
Do you know the woman who's got the snakes in her hair?
Yeah.
Her hair is very similar, where it's like lofted, like.
Right.
That's what Kev Campbell's got. He's got.
Yeah, I've heard that being taught.
That is a good comparison.
It's a great tackle though from the right hand side by Haidara. Seems fine now.
Good tackle.
It's 2 lovely tackles, one from each team in the middle of the park, and Muller's switch finds nobody. But this has become a little bit scrappy.
Yeah.
Both teams giving possession away really easily in the midfield.
I think they just want to get to the half. Probably both sides and think, okay, why have we gone wrong? Or for Leipzig, why did we lose that? Go down first goal, and Kunku's still limping. He'll just be a bruised coccyx.
Yeah, I think he's struggling a little bit.
We've all fallen over on it and gone, it's just a shoot of pain.
Especially at this time of year when there's ice on the floor.
Exactly.
We always have that, comedians.
Look out for black ice, as all the adverts say.
Yeah.
We've had snow in England.
We have. I mean, be careful on these in these dangerous ice conditions.
Yeah.
But it's only essential travel these days anyway. So,
It is.
As Leroy Sané cuts upfield, a great ball into Lewandowski, tries the backheel pass.
Galaxy gets it.
It was lovely build-up, and you just see the speed of Leroy Sané. But when he cuts inside on that left foot, it's danger for Leipzig.
Much like ice on the roads, Bayern causing danger for Leipzig.
Yes.
All I had was ice puns, I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't see it up very well, but there is a long ball. Forsberg takes it down nicely. There's no flag to stop the attack, but there's a terrible pass from Forsberg.
And Sabitzer just can't get under control, and they've ended up going all the way back.
But a lovely switch to Mukiele on the right.
Killing out. Oof, we had Tyler Adams making a run. No, we didn't.
Tyler Adams is on the ball, but
I think Justin Kluivert.
To be fair, if you're Leipzig at the moment, you've got 30 seconds to the half. You just don't want to concede.
No.
So, just keep some safe possession as Galaxy goes long with it. He does find Haidara.
Wow.
Flag is not up. It's a great touch. He chips it towards the back post. Schuler heads away. That could be the final action, depending on Musiala, who's
can't keep it in.
Well, here we go. This will be the last action now.
It will. I mean, we talked about the high line. Galaxy, a simple ball from his own half, from his own box, kicks it up and finds Musiala, who acres of space. I'm guessing we'll expect a long throw here.
I think he's just going to throw it down for half time, to be honest. It's a throw to Haidara, back to Mukiele. Everyone stops.
Boom.
And that will bring half time.
Oof.
And we will stop.
We'll have a butt reposition
The clock.
There we go.
And we will put that to 45 and 15 for when we get back later.
45:11 as you got it on.
So
we all know 11 seconds is the key time.
So there we go. That brings an end to the first half. We had Christopher Nkunku opening the scoring. He rounded Neuer into an open net to put Leipzig 1-0 up. They then equalised through a... Oh my God, I don't even remember. Musiala.
Box.
He got subbed on for Javi Martinez. It's been such a long half, I forgot. He struck it from the edge of the box into the bottom right-hand corner. Lovely, lovely goal. Then they took the lead, did Bayern Munich, as they usually do, through a Thomas Muller. Great link-up play from Coleman, Lewandowski, then to Muller, who slotted it past the keeper. And then again, from Leipzig, immediately responded. Mukiele into Haidara, into the net by Kluivert. What a first half. What's your thoughts?
Both sides of that opening 30-ish minutes, both sides were fighting. It comes to 2-2, then the game just gets scrappy. But I think I'd say the right kind of scrappy. Both teams just wanting it. The first goal for Leipzig just comes from that high line, and it's something that has really hindered, I would say, Bayern so far. Is that high line, there's such an open gap. Boateng's further forward than the entire rest of the defence. Nkunku's got acres of space. Neuer has to come out, and not because it's Neuer, he comes out a lot earlier than he does. Slides. Nkunku taps it past, easy goal. And then Musiala again, an instant response. It's what Bayern needed to do. Coleman holds the ball well, but Musiala, it's all him. Taps it past one, just thwacks it in bottom right. Glasgow's got no chance, and then that's when we're saying, okay, great game, both sides will control down now. Then Bayern immediately back in with a Muller goal. Then Kluivert again, exposing that back line. Held so strong, it's easy ball, breaks it, back in the net.
It's been a really, really end-to-end half, and at the start of the game, we said either way. You said 3-2 Leipzig. It is still on.
It is on.
It is still on.
But I want more goals second half, so I'll take a 7-3 Leipzig, 4 Leipzig.
Well, if anyone saw the Port Vale Bolton score earlier, don't be surprised if we see a 6-3, because that's
what game.
I know, what an insane game, but we've had a hell of a good one ourselves. But just before we talk and analyse the first half, let's show you what is coming up on the channel in the coming days. Obviously today it is Bayern Munich versus Leipzig. This is what you're watching now. But then alongside that, tomorrow itself we will have Arsenal versus Spurs, 4:15. That will be on twitch.tv/the top corner. Then on this Tuesday and Wednesday, on Tuesday we'll have the 8th of December, 7:45 goal show, final match day. And then the day after, the final match day for these groups ahead with Bayern Munich, 9th of December at 7:45, Groups A to D, match day 6. And the F1 watch-along will be coming tomorrow. It is the Sakhir Grand Prix on the 6th of December at 5 p.m. That one has YouTube and the World's Darts Championship. It's the first time we've watched the darts. 15th of December, 5:50. So there's tons and tons to come.
There we go.
And we're back.
I didn't even know some of the other ones were there.
No, honestly, I was expecting to take a breath 3 minutes in. But there we go. So it has been a really good first half, but there's plenty more to come, as you've said. So
tomorrow got a great game. That North London derby.
Yeah, it's on Twitch, a little bit different to what usually happens. But, if you do go and join Josh over there, that would be really much appreciated. It's a really, really good game. Lots on the line, because it's fair to say Arsenal haven't been great.
They haven't been the best, have they?
No, and Tottenham have been surprising a lot of people. They got a 3-3 draw with Last Glins, but they're already through, so it doesn't really matter.
But irrelevant.
We'll have to see how they both fare in the game tomorrow. But speaking of how teams have fared, your overall thoughts on the first half?
Okay, Bayern have looked good, as Bayern do. I think their worry is putting in the back of the net, and that's just in terms of Leipzig have held strong. That Upamecano and Kanate and Upamecano, have held the ball, got out. Angelino and Mukiele have played real. Angelino more of a defensive left back today. Mukiele pushing up a bit more, but playing very well. And Leipzig, you've scored 2 goals against Bayern Munich easily. It's not like it was a scrappy goal. Both them goals were easy goals, but that's good. You know how to get past that back line. I mean, for you, the subs let's say both teams have to mix up at half time. Who do you do for both?
Well, this is what I was just about to come on to, actually.
You learn it for subs.
I just got the subs up, so I will talk you through the benches. Again, if you Bayern Munich, you have on the bench no longer Musiala, because he's come on the pitch. But apart from him, you've got Serge Gnabry, Douglas Costa, Eric Maxim Choupo-Moting, Bouna Sarr, Mark Rocker, Tanguy and Nianzou, Alexander Nubel and Chris Richards. Unlikely to see Alexander Nubel, but maybe.
You never know.
And then for Leipzig, you have Willi Orban, Yusuf Poulsen, Alexander Sorloth, Lazar Samardzic, Marcel Halstenberg, Dani Olmo, Josep Martinez, Daniel Borkowski, and Kevin Campbell. You asked me, I'll start first, who I think both teams will bring on. I think if you're Bayern, you're probably going to bring on Gnabry and Costa at some point. That's the case. I don't think that Leroy Sané's had much involvement. Kingsley Coman, I think, has been the more dangerous of the two wingers on the left. But both have been in the game. Bring on Gnabry and Costa, more dynamic. And if you're Leipzig, I'd avoid making changes just yet, because they've been really good.
You played well. I think we would have said, bring on Poulsen, bring on Sorloth, but Nkunku's been great up front by himself. Cliver and who's the other? Haidara on left have just supplied him the ball, but also been dangerous by themselves. Cliver getting the goal. The thing is, don't change it up until something drastic, until them opportunities stop coming. Then you bring on Poulsen and Sorloth.
I don't think we'll see any changes from either side in the opening exchange, because both teams, have been in the game and it's been a really competitive match. But if you are Leipzig, it gets to the 60th minute. Do you think it's going to be a striker? Yeah,
just to sort of, then you can sort of change your game plan up, go for set pieces, cross it in. Now you're utilising your wingers and stuff. But we've had some great... Two nearly Puskas contenders with Sabitzer just shown there, and then Benjamin Pavard with the lovely Galatsky save.
Yeah, obviously we've just seen Sabitzer's there when it came out to him on the edge of the box from a corner. Hits it on the half volley, similar to Pavard. His hits the top of the crossbar and goes over. A lucky escape early on. But then Bayern did have a few chances of their own early on in the game. But Nkunku opened the scoring round in Manuel Neuer, which we're seeing now. But let's see what this means for the Bundesliga table, because this is what it stands as for now. By the way, if you are new, please like and subscribe and put your comments in below. Talk about this fixture, talk about any of the fixtures, because Thomas Souček has given West Ham...
My boy! He scored!
I thought I'd fit it in before I talked, because I won't remember if I don't. So.
Yeah, I'm so happy for him.
He's scored again.
I love him. I love my Slavia Praga guys. Soufal, Souček, then you've got Oli Yinka, Abdullah Sima.
Sadly for the man earlier in the chat, Egyptian lover, Gareth Bowen hasn't got on the score sheet just yet. Give it a while, because he has been found and he will be playing.
And then before we just move on to thingy, Torino are still 1-0 up against Juventus in the 67th minute. Latest thing, Kulusevski has come off for Aaron Ramsey. I think that's the only other major game that's going on.
Atletico Madrid are playing.
Are they?
Okay, I'll find it. I think it's 0-0. I think
you are correct. 0-0 against Valladolid.
But that means massive implications for top of the table because Atletico Madrid are top of the La Liga table.
Second as it stands now with Sociedad.
Because did Real Sociedad must have won earlier?
Yeah, they did.
Fair enough. Right, anyway.
No, they didn't play.
Oh, they've not played yet?
No, I think they played yesterday. Maybe. We'll wait. We'll figure it out.
But anyway, this is how the Bundesliga table stands as of now. Bayern Munich would remain top on 23 points. Leipzig would remain second on 21 after 10 games played. Dortmund sitting third on 19. Joint points with Leverkusen. Leverkusen have a game in hand. They win that. They go second, a point behind Bayern Munich, if everything stayed the same. Wolfsburg rounds out the European places. Union in 6th. And I'm only going to go to 7th because that's where Mönchengladbach sits. Mönchengladbach on 16 points. So if you're the rest of the league, you're the outside looking in. This result is massive at the moment, especially if you're Leverkusen.
That's it. If you're Dortmund, Leverkusen, and Wolfsburg, it is the perfect thing. A draw is sort of the best result because both teams are only going up by 1 point. And if it's any other result, it's Leipzig. You want either a draw or a Leipzig win. Because yes, Leipzig do go top, but we know how Bayern once Bayern find their form, they won't stop. So if they can keep on containing them and stopping them, it's like a train when the train has got multiple stops. Instead of it keep going, it has to keep on stopping.
Yeah.
That's what you have to do with Bayern. So if Leipzig can be that first stop, it could fare well for the rest of the teams.
Yeah, exactly. You want to be that team that keeps dragging them back. You don't want to let them get away from the pack because we're only 10 games in and people we've been talking like
they've won the league.
The league's over.
Also, shout out to Wolfsburg sitting in 6th in that Europa League. Fifth, in that Europa League spot.
Union in 6th.
Union.
Terrible team.
Awful team. Awful team.
I say this because I'm a big Mateus Cunha fan. They didn't win yesterday though. But if you want to know some of the results around the Bundesliga today, there's been quite a few. There's been Cologne drew with Wolfsburg. Shout out to Wolfsburg.
Get a great result.
It was 2-2. Wout Weghorst, Maximilian Arnold getting their 2 goals after counting out Thielmann and Andre Duda.
We love Jan Thielmann.
Arminia Bielefeld beat Mainz. A massive result for Arminia Bielefeld. That leaves them 16th, Mainz 17th. Massive victory at the bottom of the table for them too. Poor for KD.
He loves a bit of Mainz.
But
you can't always get what you want.
No, and Arminia Bielefeld just too good on the day. Eintracht Frankfurt and Dortmund 1-1. You watched this game?
Yeah. Dortmund miss a striker, don't they?
They do.
They really do. And Gio Reyna, lovely finish. Very similar to the Musiala one, but on the inside of the post. But yeah, they're missing a striker. Frankfurt played well. Kamada's goal, you saw it. Just really nice little chip past Roman Burke. And yeah, I think for Dortmund they need a striker. So I think you genuinely either bring in a striker or say to Julian Brandt, you are going to permanently be a striker. But again, Brandt ended up having to move and Mukoku came in. Mukoku needs 2 years, 3 years to fully develop. Because if you think in 3 years, he will still be 19.
That's insane.
It's insane. So he looked okay. There was moments where he didn't shoot or he tried to, just because he doesn't have that decisiveness that a 24-year-old, someone who's played in that side for a long time. But they need a striker. And a good striker is a backup for when Haaland's out.
That might really hinder their title chances this year because Haaland is such an important part of their team.
Luckily, the Bundesliga has a month break in it.
A winter break. I think it's 2 weeks.
So luckily that'll speed up his recovery.
Yeah, and it won't mean as much for that. And the only other result in the Bundesliga today, Freiburg 2, Mönchengladbach 2. Sadly, goals from Breland Bolo and Alassane Plia were not enough after Lienhardt and Grifo gave Freiburg a 2.
Great result for Freiburg. Awful
result for Freiburg.
Awful result. Yeah, I mean, I know you're Gladbach, but you should be beating. It's the same with Dortmund. They should be beating Frankfurt. Yeah. Gladbach should be beating Freiburg.
Everyone seems a little bit level this Bundesliga season so far. But we are getting close. We're on the last advert break.
I was about to say, this advert seems to have gone on for a while now.
They do. And you realise how good Josh does in terms of keeping everyone busy for 15 minutes at half time. But we will, because it is the final advert break before the half. What are you expecting to see in the second? Because we saw...
Goals.
I need you to do more. We've got a few more adverts. Come on.
Lots of goals. No, I think... Just for both teams, play how you were playing before the half. You both were playing entertaining football, yes, it was a bit scrappy going to the end, but that's, half time's going to finish. Play how you played in that first half, because one of the teams will score and eventually time will run out.
Yeah.
So the game could end 4-3 because of time.
Yeah, I think there'll be not a massive, but I think I've been naive to not think there'll be a tempo drop at some point, because that first half was played to such a high tempo by both sides. A lot of pressing, a lot of winning the ball back, and a lot of really nice football. But can you keep it up for 90 minutes? I don't think so.
Same.
I do think we'll see a little bit of a slowdown. I think one goal in this second half wins it. I hope I'm wrong, but I think one more goal wins it.
Maybe, but if you think about it, when them subs come in from when Gnabry and Costa come on, the game will change.
Yeah, that's the thing. They'll bring fresh legs to the situation. Obviously, when Leipzig bring on their strikers, that'll bring on an extra part to the game as well. But I don't know. It's really difficult.
The thing is also a lot of people have gone down injured. Not injured like properly, but just a bit little niggles like Haidara. Obviously, Martinez had to come off. So not major injuries, just little ones that may force the managers into subs that maybe they didn't want to do at this point.
Well, that's it. Haidara and Kunku went down. It'd be interesting to see, because obviously you said that the changes made by the manager in midweek were all based on rest, which is probably fair. But in terms of... Oh, jeez, sorry about this. Just going to mess with
it. It was me. Basically, my leg was getting cramped because for some reason I decided to put jeans on for the watch-along. And very awkward, so I managed to sit like this.
You never put jeans on for the watch-along. That's what you learn. Tricks to the trade. Was what that was meant to be, but yeah.
Oh, sad news coming out of Buckingham Palace. The Queen is reporting mourning the loss of one of her 2 remaining dogs, a Dachshund Koi cross called Vulcan.
Vulcan?
That's a great name. Let her play.
Now I'm just thinking, I can't imagine the Queen, if she's in the middle of a field.
Vulcan!
Yeah, that just seems like, I don't know, I feel like it'd be called Elizabeth, just name it after herself. Really.
It's like, do you know the Fenton? Fenton! You don't know the Fenton? He's like a proper OG meme. It was the guy where you just see a bunch of deers running, and then you hear a guy just screaming, Fenton! And it's this one dog chasing after 70 deers.
This is what I know nothing about.
You've never heard of Fenton?
Fenton? I'm not up on my meme culture, to be honest. But we are back for the second half. Well, we're kind of back. Bayern Munich are out for the second half.
Ooh, dynamic graphics.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm in the Thunderdome.
Thunderdome. What wrestling corner on a Tuesday? Because you can learn about...
What time?
About 11.
Half 11.
Close enough.
Close enough.
Close enough, and you can watch all about that. But we have had to really pad at 15 minutes.
Also, thank you everyone that's liked.
Yeah.
The amount of Kieran's plug-in.
I didn't think I did too bad. 2, 3, maybe. Let's have the 4th. If you're new, please like and subscribe and make sure to comment.
We're live tomorrow on twitch.tv/the top corner for the North London Derby, and then I'm live on the I'm live on the YouTube channel for the F1 Sakhir Grand Prix in Bahrain oval track.
There you go. We won't play the advert, but we will play it at the end. So there you go. But we'll just wait now as the 2 teams are out. There doesn't appear to be any changes, and Kunku was holding his coccyx a little bit, but
so was Lewandowski, but take away the it.
Brilliant.
Come on, they're a
it's
good
an
one.
IC. Ick.
Yeah, Cox.
Coccyx.
Yeah, it was on his cock.
You used to take away it.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Wait, this is honestly, is there a better duo out there than
I think ours is just a bit more like shithouse. You know what I mean? Like
monetization's gone.
Nah, you can say shit.
Well, you're testing it, so
I think
here we go.
You can't say the C word. You can't say the F word. You can't say the G word.
And look at that, it's kickoff. There we go. Right, sure.
Just giving you a lesson in not swearing.
No, but for real, the second half is underway now. And
I wish I learnt German.
I will get the timer up for everyone that is watching along so you can time along with us.
Just early start, no changes to be noted at half time. I know Pavard and Alaba have switched, and then I remembered. Yeah, it's just because they've switched sides.
Yes,
in terms of football.
Yeah, that is what happens at half time.
Well, no, because in my head I've just used to seeing Alaba on the left, but obviously that's the right.
Yeah, Pavard was on the right hand side. He took a really nice shot early in the half, which was saved by Peter Glack. A really good save by Peter Glack, actually. One of the better saves I've seen this weekend.
And that's by the way, that was awful by Pavard. Tries to play it through to Alaba, who kicked out the play, and now Leipzig have got thrown in Bayern's half.
It does, and that's what a great start it'd be to this second half. Sorry, if Leipzig can get on the front foot early, you do want to pressure this Bayern Munich team into mistakes, but they don't make many. But today they've made 2, and it's 2-2.
That's the thing. The second goal maybe not a mistake, but first one was definitely a mistake.
Yeah.
But Leipzig made them pay.
That's what you have to do. Is another long ball goes up, but Forsberg is coming back from an offside position. We talked earlier about any changes. There hasn't been any. No surprise.
60th minute.
No,
that's the changing time.
Do you think?
Yeah. What?
I'm just saying, do you think that is when they're going to make changes?
Give them another 15 minutes. They're not going to be shattered.
No.
See Soloth warming up there for Leipzig.
Yeah. We didn't criticise. We just questioned as a crossfield ball makes it somehow to Mukiele. He goes down and luckily gets
does well to win a foul there because he's not actually fouled, but because he goes down under a little bit of connection.
Yeah, he does really well. But as we said, we didn't criticise, but we said no striker might become a problem. They've scored 2 in the first half.
They have.
It's not become a problem at all.
No, not at all. They could score goals, surprisingly. Who would have thought? There was no strikers and they're still scoring some goals.
This is the thing. For me, this Bayern Munich team defensively aren't the greatest, but it's just because on the attacking side, they're just so ruthless that it doesn't matter. An awful clearance by Boateng, though, has been lofted into the air, and that's what we talked about, and this could lead to an attack for Leipzig.
That's it. Pavard does well to just get it out of the air, but goes straight to Angelino.
Yeah, it's a sloppy start to the second half, really. In terms of possession, no team can keep it. We'll see what Leipzig can do as Mukiele has it on the right as he cuts in field.
I think Leipzig looking a bit brighter here.
Beautiful.
Lovely play.
Back heel. Angelino's with ball. Forsberg!
He's 3-2!
What a start to the second half.
No one was watching him. The defence has been awful from Bayern today. And it's 2 minutes and 50 seconds in, and it's Angelino. Acres of space on the left. Lovely little ball, and you can see it from miles off. Forsberg just unmarked. Simple header straight to the net. Neuer's nowhere there. Neuer's screaming at his team. And just like that, Leipzig 3-2 up. My prediction!
That is it. Bayern Munich absolutely caught ball watching. It's a lovely back heel in the middle by Nkunku. Boateng is stood startled at the front post while Forsberg peels off like a striker. He's not a striker. But he heads it beautifully into the pretty much open net. Neuer's scrambling. It's a lovely goal and it's 3-2 Leipzig. Great football again from Leipzig. Angelino, great cross and a great head by the Swede who puts it past Neuer.
He's done it all in Nkunku there. I think it's Taylor Adams looks to play the ball, but he's actually played it to Angelino. And Nkunku sticks his foot out, lifts it, lets it roll through to Angelino. Angelino, lovely weighted ball in, and Forsberg puts in the back of the net, and 3-2 Leipzig. Well, Who needs strikers?
This is what we said at the start of the half. They wanted a good start, did Leipzig. I don't think they probably thought that they was going to get an early lead in this second half, but we are now not even 5 minutes into the second half. Leipzig lead, and they're coming again. There's a ball through, and it's being played. Kluivert, lovely football, but sadly Haidara loses his footing in the midfield. Leipzig been brilliant tonight.
They have just energetic football. I mean, Bayern will come at them again, but you're just energetic, not non-stop. They're not afraid to just, we'll play a long ball over the top. And it's paid off a couple of times now.
Yeah, it's been absolutely brilliant from Leipzig.
It's a great ball by Boateng to Pavard, and Angelino does well.
Angelino has been really, really good in this game.
The centre-halves haven't had a good game for Bayern, have they? Schuler and Boateng.
No, they haven't. And, sometimes we've seen Boateng and Alaba play centre-half when Davis has been in, but obviously Davis not there tonight, so it hasn't really been good from them too. And again, Boateng just caught ball watching at the front post, and Forsberg peels off, and I genuinely don't say this in a sarcastic way, like a striker. Really great movement from the Swedish international. And Kluivert
has out again.
Exposed Boateng again. He'll keep hold of the ball, and there'll be an overlapping run. Forsberg.
Oh, good defence from Schuler there. Because Kluivert's through.
And the confidence is brewing through this Leipzig team right now. They are putting all the fancy flex
How old's Emil Forsberg? He's got to be
28, 27, I think. Something around that age. He's been a part of this team for a long period of time.
29.
Around that age. And there is a yellow card coming out, I think. First of the game. The yellow card will be going to Mukiele, the right back.
I don't know what that's for, because I don't really... Oh, that's what for. He's went out too busy looking at Forsberg. He's cropped Coleman.
No, I mean, it's one of them. I think he's just...
Goes down easy.
Yeah, stood on his toe or just flicked the top of his foot. And it's a yellow card.
Yeah.
But 5 minutes into this game now, we're coming up... Well, we've just passed, the 50-minute mark. Who saw this coming?
No one. Well, I did. 3-2.
Yeah, you did.
Thank you. I did see this coming. No, I didn't.
Specifically like this, though.
Specifically. And I actually had it as Clivert was going to get the second. No, I didn't see this coming. Man was wishful thinking, but great result for Leipzig. I mean, there's still 40 minutes left. But the way that Leipzig have been playing, they look like they can get more.
Yeah,
the second half especially.
They've looked really, really dangerous this game, and they're just showing us the replay of the goal. There's no one within 5 yards of Forsberg in the middle of the park. Schuler and Boateng, split like the Red Sea.
In fairness, we talked about Nkunku's goal, the massive opening.
Yep.
It's happened again.
Yep.
This time from a simple cross.
Yeah, just not great communication from the two of them. If Boateng's going to get sucked to the near post, he needs Schuler to come in.
I'm trying to think who's the other centre back. Alaba, but Alaba's playing at left back.
Hernandez
is injured.
Yeah, Pavard has played centre back in the past, but he's a right back. So they do have they utilise a lot of different players in a lot of different positions, which is a good thing. But
for me, tell you, Bayern are really missing Josh Kimmich.
Yeah,
he is such. I think he's such a leader in that midfield. He's one of my favourite players in the Bundesliga, but his leadership, let's say there is a hole in that defence. Speaking of holes in defence, no, never mind. It's cleared by Leipzig. His leadership to support the defence if it's needed. He's obviously naturally a right back, but he's just a huge miss for them.
Yeah, Leroy Sané is trying to, create something by jinking left and right, but it's cleared and Nkunku will race towards it. I think Musiala will get there. He's done really well, the youngster, to dispossess Christopher Nkunku, and he'll attack forward himself before laying it off to Thomas Muller. His ball into the box doesn't find Lewandowski, and again, it's just attack v attack, and it will be a foul. Boateng takes out Forsberg. Long ball. Oh, he's offside. Oh, he went for a long.
He went for it. Referee allowed it. I think. Well, they've got. Yeah, he's going off the throw. Forsberg's down injured though. Not what you want from a man who's actually played very well this game so far.
Yeah, it's just a tackle from behind.
Good tactical foul by Boateng.
Yeah, I think so. But the Sabitzer quick free kick. It's so unfortunate that he's straight offside. Cause
I think he was injured as well.
The thing is, this Bayern Munich have shown lapse in concentration, especially from a quick free kick. They will not have been switched on to that, and it's good effort from Leipzig, but sadly not.
I was really confused about it. I realised it was offside, not a throw-in. I was like, why are they taking a free kick?
No, they tried to take it quick, but sadly it
just didn't come to anything, unfortunately.
No, but I think Nagelsmann said in his press conference, he said we're going to be brave, and that is exactly what we've seen tonight. They've not altered their style at all. It's not a defensive. So, playing without a striker to them, it wasn't a defensive change. He's definitely offside. He'll chase his own pass.
Himself.
Adams is chasing his own pass. He's unfortunate not to get there in the end, but he'll keep chasing.
That Bayern passing around the defence has nearly come undone again.
Oh, and Nagelsmann can't believe it.
I love his passion, Nagelsmann.
He is absolutely apoplectic on the bench.
He's a passion merchant.
He is very much so, as we have been for much of today, because this has been a really good game. I
mean, it's a shame that the lads didn't get an amazing game.
They said it was good.
We're at 1-0.
Yeah, they said it was a good game though.
True.
But
1-0.
No, I mean, I tell you, one of the best games I ever watched, it only finished 2-1, and that was in extra time. It finished 0-0 in normal time. It was USA v Belgium in World Cup. Bloody brilliant game. It was the night that Tim Howard's Wikipedia got changed, so he said United States Secretary of Defence Tim Howard. That's what he got changed to.
It's one thing I like to talk about, because we've also got an American playing here, Tyler Adams. We've got Chris Richards on the bench. America are looking good for the future.
We've spoken about this a lot, haven't we, about Weston McKennie and the likes of the young players. As I will get back to it, but there is a quick corner and Musiala squares. Angelino bypasses him. Tries to do too much, will be a corner. But the USA have got a bright future.
Like there, from midfield, it was like striker, you've got Josh Sargent, then you've got Rayner, Richards, McKenna, Adams, a lot.
Yeah.
There's a lot of thing in that midfield and up front. Your defence, okay, maybe it's a little bit
weaker.
You've got the guard dog.
You have got the guard dog, John Brooks, but Nkunku's clearance will be chased by Musiala. It's Musiala v Coleman. What a race this is. It's a heavy touch. He doesn't keep it in.
Just can't keep it in.
It was a really nice race. So it's Upamecano, that's got...
Well, in fairness, he is third in the quickest charts. It's Coleman, Wamangituka.
Wamangituka.
Thank you.
This is the thing. When he was on the right-hand side there, I didn't think Upamecano could keep up with Kingsley Coleman.
You think, okay, maybe Musiala, right back.
Yeah.
Got the pace. Nope.
Wow. He is so quick. To be honest,
centre half as well.
Yeah, he's unbelievable. That's why he's been touted for so many teams. Sabitzer, a niggly tackle in the midfield as the referee does play advantage. Football. He's not even going to call it back. That is their advantage. and it's a throw into Bayern. Very questionable.
Tell you one man who's had a good game, Kluivert.
Yeah,
Obviously, he's on loan from Roma. Still very young, probably 23, I'd guessed. Like, he's got to be young still.
Yeah, he is young. For me, he's never got into that Leipzig team, but he's starting to stake a claim, which is nice.
It's just not, when the loan was announced, I was like, this could be good for him. I think it's always good young players going over to the Bundesliga because they're actually given an opportunity, unlike in the Premier League. Premier League, you might get once every 10 games, 15 games.
Ooh.
Nothing.
No.
Nothing like. If you look at United's lineup, who was the last person as a youngster who is now a mainstay in the team?
Rashford. Greenwood
probably, but it's not. It doesn't start every week.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Chelsea have started to do it. Obviously, Mason Mount, and but I do, you know what you mean. You know, these foreign players.
Like City, Foden still yet not there, even though he has played extremely well.
Yeah,
I know obviously you're not a fan of City, but you can't deny that Foden has been playing well.
Yeah, Foden's fine. I mean, he's a decent player. He's come into the team and he's done a really good job, but he just doesn't get into the team very often.
And then obviously Liverpool have been forced to do it.
Definitely, but we have got nearly half an hour left now. We've gone through 1/3 of the first half, pretty much.
Maths.
Thank you. Or we're close to it. On the second half, sorry. What have you seen in this second half? Because I've seen a lot of positives for Leipzig. They have rattled, and this isn't even major. Like they're
rattled.
They've forced Bayern into making silly mistakes that Bayern at their free flow best don't make.
When your centre back is nearly chasing down a ball for an attack, that's when you know your game's going well. When your centre backs are not having to stay back, when he's got the freedom to run forward, that's when you know your team is playing well. And the thing is, even people that have been quiet this game, Angelino has actually had a quiet game.
Really good game though.
But it's a good, solid game from him. They've done what they had to do. And also, I think some teams that don't like to boot it upfield for clearance, Leipzig are not afraid because they know that in Nkunku, Forsberg will just chase it regardless.
Yeah. It's been a really good performance from RB Leipzig, and obviously if you Bayern Munich, not a great second half. You've not really got out the gates, but are you seeing enough from them to say there's still a danger?
Yeah, I definitely think there's always a danger with them. I think, I'm about to say Upamecano and Angelino get very close with each other, but yeah, there is always a danger with Bayern Munich because a goal can come from anywhere. But if we're just basing off current performance, there's nothing there to say. Yes, they can score. They'll score in the next 10 minutes, 5 minutes. Yeah,
if you're Leipzig, you just don't want to make any mistakes. It's a long ball over the top. It's a foot race between Jerome Boateng and Emil Forsberg. Jerome Boateng goes back to his keeper, Manuel Neuer. Dodgy touch from the goalkeeper. It does find its way back to Boateng, but I've got to admit,
Manuel.
It's been more than one time tonight where Manuel Neuer has not looked good at all, but they committed a lot of men forward. The break is on.
He was showing highlights from the Stuttgart game, and again, like he did that last week. Cross comes in, cleared. I think a goal led to it off a Manuel Neuer mistake.
It got called. I know what you're talking about. It got called for a foul.
Yeah,
because it breezed his right arm.
No, it wasn't a foul.
Not really, very soft. But if you feel the contact, you're gonna go down. And if you're a goalkeeper, you usually get the benefit of the doubt.
So I was going to say that long ball from Leipzig is such a worry.
Yeah,
it's now 4 times in the second half.
As a long ball aiming for the back post, tries to find Leroy Sané, doesn't find him. That's been the story of this half for Bayern Munich. They've not been able to connect passes. But Neuer, dodgy touch, just manages to get it clear at one end. And
I don't know if you can hear that.
There's been a goal elsewhere. I feel like I'm doing the goal show at this point.
I'm guessing it's Man United. I'll load up my phone to check.
There's been a goal, but for who? Chris Kamara? I think it's...
I don't know.
I don't know,
Jeff.
But Yusuf Paulson is getting warmed up and he's coming back from the bench.
Balbuena conceded a corner.
Well, there we go. It might come to... Hello, Luis Angel Castillo. Big fix this week. Juventus, Union, now Bayern. What a shame. They need to sell their matches to save money. Do you mean tickets this week or what? Go on, Luis Angel Castillo. What do you mean? Big fix this week. Juventus, Union, now Bayern. Well, Juventus are losing, Union lost, and now Bayern are losing. What a shame. They need to sell their matches to save money.
I'm guessing you mean they need to win the matches to make money, possibly?
I'm not sure, Lewis, mate. If you could just clarify. Maybe I'm just thick. To be honest, that is also an option.
I don't think it was the United game because it's Paul Pogba who scores.
There we go.
That's why you heard the major reaction if you heard it.
I'll be honest, I'm glad they weren't ahead of us because we've had some reactions like that today.
Because I'll be honest, I thought it was to the sub because Juan Mata replaced Martial because of an injury.
Oh, well, there you go.
We saw Yusuf Paulson getting changed on the bench, so you expect him to come on.
He has going to be entering the fray sooner rather than later, as a long ball to the left is kept in by Angelino. But what do you think Yusuf Paulson will bring to the game?
It'll bring. I think you'll see they'll keep on trying the long ball, but they'll have height now to beat Boateng and Schuler to the height long balls as well. I think he might go two up front in Kunku Paulson, Haidara Forsberg, Sabitzer Adams in a 4-2-2.
That could be the way they go for it, because that is kind of what they've been playing. It was like a 4-3-2-1 with all of them being centre mids, just shifting around that middle of the pack. Forsberg has come off. They did put up number 9. I think they meant to put up number 10.
The goal scorer though coming off.
Yeah. Oh no, number 9 is Paulson. Anyway, Forsberg is being replaced. It is an actual number 9, but the Swede has done a brilliant job today.
He's done well, getting that goal that puts him in the lead. Just chasing. It's one thing that's just not giving up, hunting down the balls, trying to create something, little interlinking play. Has had a great game for him.
Yeah, he's done really well. It's one of them when I used to play football that sometimes if you were losing games like this, it'd be what they'd call the graveyard shift.
Yeah.
You're running around up top trying to pick up loose balls and stuff like that. But he has managed to get in amongst the goals today.
Who was that?
Serge Gnabry. I was just about to tell you that someone who does like to get amongst the goals is Serge
Gnabry. I ruined you.
It's alright. We love the thing. You seeing fixed match guys?
It's not a fixed match.
Oh, is he calling?
Is he calling out?
Is this a conspiracy theory? Union Berlin, Juventus, and Bayern.
By the way, Juventus scored because Weston McKennie scored his first goal.
Well, there you go. Juventus are not losing anymore.
I think it's either one or the winning, but I know Weston McKennie scored. So America's I know it says sweetheart.
No, America represent today.
There you go.
There's a foul off the ball by
they are winning 2-1
on Tyler Adams, and there'll be a mouth of words. Benucci.
Sorry.
Who'd have thought?
Not me.
Leo Benucci. A big off the ball challenge from Leroy Sané there. Do you know what? For once, this has been the quietest 15 minutes in the game so far.
We had the goal, and Sergio Gnabry will come on for. Leroy Sané. Not had the best of games.
No, he hasn't really been in the game for much of it, really. And Serge Gnabry will come onto the field. He's been so impressive. Great goal scoring return. Do you think Leipzig have to worry now?
Yes, because he's going to be a fresh pair of legs who can score goals and is dangerous. I don't know what the worry is. Because it doesn't. Yeah. You know what I mean?
I do get you. I think it's a great no, and I tell you what, there was a free kick. We didn't think it was coming to anything because it was really lofted towards the back post, but one of the centre halves did get their foot on it in the end, and Bayern will break the other way. I thought it was a good challenge by Yusuf Paulson, but it's going to be given as a foul. But I know what you mean. But Gnabry for me does bring a little bit more end product than a Leroy Sané.
Also, on that Bayern bench, in terms of haircuts, it does look like a Pokemon evolution because it's Douglas Costa, then it's Serge Gnabry, and then it's Leroy Sané in terms of an afro.
Well, Serge Gnabry's not on the bench anymore.
No, do you know what I meant though? In terms of like your three wingers.
Okay, you've gone
Costa,
skinhead.
Skinhead.
Yeah, I know. I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. But the thing is, with Bayern Munich, they need to bring some of these players on. You know, Leroy Sané has gone off. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw Douglas Costa soon. Coleman's played really well, but he's not getting the final break.
That's the thing. He could have played well, but if he hasn't scored or hasn't done something, he obviously got the assist for Muller, but in the second half, nothing. Take him off. Gnabry will take the corner for Leipzig.
Yeah, he will indeed for Leipzig.
For Bayern.
The corner does come in. It's a deep one towards the back post. Galaxy gets fingertips on it, but not far enough away. Schuler replaces it. It's whipped
That's
back
an awful
in very
ball
low. Oh, a bit too much of the back attempted for Leipzig, but they do still have possession. But it's a long ball over the top. They're trying to find anybody. The header by Boateng does only find Kluivert though, and this could lead to an attack for Leipzig.
Coach Kluivert just pushing. That's sells him with his eyes like a hawk.
It was a beautiful ball.
Don't know where he's looking.
Good defending by I think he just ricocheted off a couple of defenders before finding the palms of Manuel Neuer. And I tell you what, God, it's been a boring one, this, hasn't it?
It's been an awful game. Awful 3-2.
But
great tackle there by Haidara. Never mind.
Not much happened in the last 15 minutes. But if you're Leipzig, you'd probably take that.
Yeah, in fairness, I don't think we didn't expect this. I think when we hit that 75th minute, Bayern need to go for it. They've gone for it quite a bit now, but they need to flip the switch.
Yeah,
Sorry, is it 5 subs still?
Yeah, 5 subs in Bundesliga. Yeah,
I always forget.
5 subs mainly everywhere but
Apart
the Premier League. Well, no, for us it's 5 subs in the EFL.
Yeah. I mean,
not for the Premier League.
Is it? That's why we had 3 today.
It's 5. The EFL voted on it.
Did they? Right. So I say because that's why we only have 3 today.
I'd say big up the EFL, but they've let too many clubs go bust, so not big up the EFL.
And their refereeing's awful.
It is awful, but to be fair, the referee in this match hasn't had much to do.
No.
Not really, but...
Again, a ball over the top.
And now they are keeping a few more men back, because I can see David Alaba not adventuring as far forward as he used to be.
Yeah, same with Pavard. He's not risking it.
No, but, you know, some of it does come from them overlapping defenders, as we saw Pavard's shot earlier, which
was amazing to say by Galatsky.
Yeah, exactly. But them fullbacks provide so much width that keeping them back, yes, it nullifies one end, but you need to get back in the game, so maybe you have to chase it.
I don't know, Coleman just pushing now, does really well, keeps the ball under control. Faz Musiala who go back. Leipzig just trying to press him now. Yusuf Poulsen. Trying to force a mistake from the 2 centre halves of Bayern.
But I'll tell you what.
Ball over the top.
As that ball goes in and Lewandowski's down with a head injury again. He's been in the walls today. I will say, might as well say it. If you are new, please like and subscribe, and obviously put your comments in the comment section down below if you'd like any questions or anything to answer. As we had Lewis saying a bit of a conspiracy, you know, bit of match fixing.
Shady.
You never know. But in this game,
do you think we see Choupo-Moting? I'm sorry. Do you think we see Eric Maxim Choupo-Moting? No, definitely, because Hansi Flick's not even stood up.
I think we will see him. Just not yet. Yeah. The thing is, a lot of it we mock Eric Maxim Choupo-Moting a little bit because he has the best agent in the world. But when he came on, I remember it was PSG versus Atalanta. Me and Josh were watching. I think he did change the game, and we're not even joking about that. He genuinely changed the game as they're trying to come out from the back. It was Upamecano, but he takes a lot of risks. Does Upamecano? He does. But he has got the strength and the ball playing ability.
That's a great ball by Michaela. Sorry.
No, it's all right. They've been taking risks at the back, but luckily for them tonight, it's paid off.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it has, but then you see from there, immediately losing it. They haven't had that midfield sort of passing that won them, that made them draw the first half.
No.
Forsberg is a clear miss, like when it comes off. I feel like Forsberg, don't want him more!
It's alright, yeah.
That was a bit of an overreaction, I know.
It was just a cross into the box that was cleared by the head of the defender. But I understand what you mean, because Galaxy didn't come and claim it. I thought he was going to originally.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Simple, Galaxy's hands, no.
And that is a long ball that is definitely going out of play. Bayern look frustrated.
They're trying something, and when it's not paying off, like Boateng there, sulking, and we're going to see some lovely hair from Kev Campbell, actually. I take it back. It's when he had the hat on, it looked awful, but it's Danny Olmo and Kev Campbell who are warming up. Yeah,
more midfielders, because there's not enough on the pitch for Leipzig at the moment. I think there will be some substitutions in that midfield. I wouldn't be surprised to see Haidara replaced. He had a couple of injuries in the first.
Yeah, and he's worked his arse off. Same with Tyler Adams. Same with the entire midfielders.
Yeah, but there's enough to choose from, but I think we might see Nkunku come off as well. He's had he's been in a quieter second half than he was. He was all about it in the first, but very quiet in the second.
He's been in the wars today.
As has a lot of these players, to be fair. Especially Lewandowski, Nkunku.
It's what you want to see in a big title match. Players being aggressive, because, well, it means everything.
I think the problem was, though, they weren't really being aggressive. They
were just, it was not even like on purpose. It was just, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it was
just down there clutching his head.
Yeah, just a lot of clatterings to the head for Lewandowski, especially. But we have about 20 minutes to go now. A double yawn. It's not been that boring. We promise you.
Well, do you know the thing about yawning is you yawn not because you're tired.
You need oxygen.
Yeah, and also if you see someone yawn, your body will instinctively yawn as well.
Yeah. You yawn because you need more oxygen, not because you're bored.
I remember you telling me that.
Sometimes you're tired as well, but you never know.
But it's also because of if you see someone yawn, you will yawn as well. Your body thinks, well, they're yawning, I've got to yawn as well because we're all tired.
It's really annoying because I hate when people yawn and it makes you yawn.
I quite like it. So I tried to do a fake yawn to see if it still works.
And there we go. Kevin Campbell and Danny Olmo are winning. Are coming on to the field. Leipzig are winning. As we should see that substitute happen when the ball next goes out of play. As Another attack by Leipzig. They've not been able to create anything since their goal.
Yeah.
But neither have Bayern.
The control hasn't been there. Like, normally when you see the balls from midfield, from like Sabitzer to, it would have been in Nkunku and stuff. Nkunku would control it and then play it through to Haidara or Tyler Adams on that right side.
Yeah.
Instead, when he goes to Poulsen's just not getting control, not even getting a touch to it.
No.
See who comes off here.
It's Marcel Sabitzer, the captain, who will exit the field for Kevin Campbell. He'll take a midfield role, I'm pretty sure, when he comes on. It's a like-for-like replacement from Julian Nagelsmann. And then the final one will be Mukiele for Dani Olmo.
So
Tyler Adams at right back.
Yeah, probably.
Strange one.
He has, again, he's worked his ass off as well today.
He has. He's worked really hard, as a lot of these Leipzig players are. But we are creeping into the final 18 minutes. This is where you said that Bayern have to go for it. Final 15, you said, but you know.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah, who stops it 5 minutes?
Gnabry does well to get the ball under control from a long ball that just finds its way over the entire defence. Both sides really tried to utilise that now.
Bayern have really struggled in this second half to break down that defence of Leipzig. It's a beautiful roulette from David Alaba, but it comes to nothing. And this hopefully will be Leipzig's best chance as a counter. He's dispossessed. Musiala picks it up. He'll find Lewandowski. It's a lovely 1-2. And it should be a foul on the edge of the box.
Now he gets the ball.
Give it.
I think he clips the ball. Gets the ball with his knee.
Do you think?
Yeah.
I'm not sure on that one. Well, hopefully we'll see a replay. Go on, give us a replay.
I think it was a fine tackle. I think he gets the ball.
We'll have a look. Yep, I think he gets it with his shin. Yep, perfect tackle from Upamecano.
Get me in the referee booth.
Get you there. Look at the eyesight.
That is lovely from Alaba.
It was a lovely roulette from David Alaba. As we now creep into the final 15 minutes of the game, it's another long ball attempt. And obviously, Neuer will come out to try and claim it. And this time he does.
If you can hear my belly, I do apologise.
I don't think so, because even I can't hear it.
That's good then.
So there you go. But anyway.
Ooh. Sorry, I just reacted to my own belly.
What are you doing?
I felt my belly gone right up.
Anyway.
Back to the football.
Because there is only 17 minutes to go, do you think we need to see some more
subs? Yes. Douglas Costa, probably another attacking change for Bayern. Thank you. You didn't need to whisper it. You could have said it out loud.
I could have said it out loud, but I just want to see him come on.
Just want to see Eric.
If he does score, can you imagine the limbs from Josh?
He'll run in. Choupo-Moting! No.
Can you believe it? But no, to be fair...
No, I couldn't. So I don't think he'll score. I don't think he'll score at all.
It has been a slower last 20 minutes.
30 even, yeah. Just none of these
30?
teams.
That would have took us to before half-time. What do you mean?
Give me a minute.
The last 30.
Give me a minute.
The last 20.
I'll say in a minute and then you will be fine. Yeah, both sides. Like, that long ball from Leipzig worked in the first half. Obviously not working in the second half. They've obviously ironed that out.
But we'll see how Bayern react. They've found a switch pass to Coleman. His lofted ball towards the back. Sticking!
Oh, it's in!
It's what we said.
And it's Thomas Muller with a second goal. And like you said, they had to go for it. Kingsley Coleman, lovely lofted ball. And this is Tyler Adams is being beaten by Thomas Muller. It's just a lovely. Muller does really well to beat Adams to the ball. Puts it past Galaxy. Galaxy gets a hand to it. Just see, the thing is, we see the passing. It's past there. You don't see Coleman on the camera. Lovely ball in. And yeah, Muller just loses his man.
It's simple. It's very similar to Forsberg.
Yeah.
Adams is caught ball watching. He gets dragged by the runner Lewandowski. It leaves Muller to ghost in behind and put the header into a pretty much open goal. Galaxy gets a hand to it, but it's too powerful for him to keep out. Lovely cross, lovely header. And sadly, Tyler Adams, not a natural defender, gets sucked in by a run of Lewandowski. Both him and the centre defender are covering him, and no one is covering Thomas Muller. 3-3, 15 to go.
I mean, we talked about how they had to go for it, and they have, and they've got the goal, and this could end higher for Bayern now if they can get one more goal. 4-3, I think I could see thingy. Just
great spin though by Dani Olmo, and he's been tripped, and there will be a free kick, so it's a chance to get the ball in the box for Leipzig. Not seen much attacking from Leipzig. They seemed happy with the 3-2, but now the game's completely changed.
They've got to go for it.
Well, you'd take a 3-3, wouldn't you? If you're
Leipzig, you do take 3-3. If you're rest of the league, you do as well. But you were winning this game comfortably as well.
Twice. Yeah, so it's been...
No, once, because Bayern went 2-1 up.
1-0 up.
Ah, yeah.
They were winning this game twice, and both teams have really, as we said, it's been such an up and down game as Willy Orban preps to come on bringing on another defender.
Yeah.
Be interesting to see the change now. Not really sure.
I think there's another player coming on as well because
Alexander Sorloth, surely. Yeah, I think so. So Leipzig are ringing the changes with 15 to go.
Yeah, well, you've got it. The goals have come in. Maybe defensive change fine, just fresh legs, but yeah, Sorloth got to make a big impact.
Kind of what we said about Bayern Munich. They've been quiet for 15 minutes, but it takes them 10 seconds, and they're back in the lead. And they've equalised, but they've scored. It's really, really difficult. And yes, Lewis, we did see goal. It's 3-3 as Gnabry drives at the defence on this right-hand side. He'll try and get across, and he does. It's really good defending by Konate.
Yeah, Gnabry does well, just not tackled at all, gets the ball in. Konate clears it out for a corner.
Subs are happening now.
Yep.
We will see some changes, and I'm pretty sure it's Haidara. And I'm not sure who number 21 is.
Konate.
Do you think?
I think so.
Konate's number 6.
Never mind, it's not Konate then.
Haidara, and I'm not sure who number 21 is, but Haidara's the first replacement, and I think that'll be for Tyler Adams. Unfortunately, for Tyler Adams. Oh no, Kluivert. Sorry, Kluivert.
Kluivert 21.
Yeah, who'd have thought? So Orban's on for Kluivert.
He's going for a draw. Well, it's not because he's bringing on Sorloth, but...
And Sorloth for Haidara. There will be a change. It'll be interesting to see whether...
5 at the back, probably.
Yeah, or even whether they just kind of move Tyler Adams back into midfield.
Or possibly Orban at right back, then Adams and...
Yeah, it's such a... They might go 3 centre-halves and go with wing-backs. I really don't know. With Nagelsmann, you've got so much utility as the ball's whipped in and cleared at the front post by Poulsen.
Bang, just looking to build up here. But gone all the way back, but there he is.
Neuer's on the halfway line pretty much. His long ball is in behind. Angelino doesn't quite win it.
Gets lucky.
Very fortunate that Muller didn't expect him to miss the header.
No, Angelino just doesn't have the height to him, doesn't get the ball. Muller, unfortunately, he's not looking at the ball, hits his arse and...
Well, yeah, that's it really. It's his arse and it goes out. But we are seeing... I'm not sure who that is at right back.
Yeah, who is that? Is it Taylor Adams?
No, I think that's still Christopher Nkunku just putting in at right back.
Doing a defensive shift.
They put Orban at right back and then Adams back in midfield. So Adams had a stint at right back, conceded a goal, and then
you've gone back.
Back into midfield, which it's a shame. This is what you play when you play players slightly out of the position.
Yeah.
You don't get the same thing. I understand you want to rest players, get some fresh legs on the pitch, but it's kind of come at the wrong time for Leipzig.
Come at the worst time.
But overall, it's still all to play for with 10 to go.
The thing is, it's been all Bayern ever since the goal and before the goal. Bayern of relentless pressure. Leipzig haven't looked in at all. I think that's why Sorloth's been brought on to change that.
The thing is, though, if you're Bayern Munich, they hadn't created anything of real substance.
No.
They'd been long balls that were just missing the striker
or holding it outside the box.
But there's been lots said about this Bayern team, and one of it is how ruthless they are when they're in front of goal. They rarely miss a chance, and we saw that with the amount of opportunities they had in the first half. 3 opportunities on target, 2 goals. It kind of just how it's been for this
kicked out of play
Bayern Munich side. 10 minutes to go. Are we in for a grandstand finish?
Oh, you'd love to see a 90th minute winner by someone. I just don't think so. If anyone's winning it, it's Bayern, and they're going to get a goal soon. It's paper on the floor.
If you're Bayern Munich, you just pick it up, don't you?
Yeah, read tactics.
Nah, I don't think that'll be too much.
I'd love it if just people said, ha 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 ha. It's a middle finger on it.
Yeah, I don't think they've had time to draw that on the bench. Unless you've got a real artist on there.
That would be funny.
But it's weird with Leipzig, because I feel they've made more flurry forwards now than they did for 30 minutes when they'd had the lead. I think they were very happy to settle. And they're trying to pass it out from the back. It's really risky. Galaxi's just got to get it clear. Instead he goes for a lofty ball to Orban, and it does really well. And they're building from the back, and now through the midfield as they're doing some really nice triangles in the midfield.
That's the thing, the passing. Obviously, the first 30 minutes talk about the passing in the middle, but then for the next 50 minutes, it's not really been there. Apart from now, trying to really build it back up. Just go to your roots and thing of what you started the game with. Yeah,
this is the thing. He said be brave, and I think for 25 minutes they lost their way a little bit in this second half. But when you're 3-2 up at the league champions, at probably the best team in Europe, you're probably going to kind of go into your shell a little bit when you're winning, because you don't want to lose that. But Leipzig, bit of possession here.
Yeah, in fairness, it's just important. Get the ball. Stop giving Bayern the ball, because eventually it will go in. It's the whole saying, if you give people enough chances, it'll eventually happen. Mm-hmm. And that's what happened with Bayern. They gave them the ball for nearly probably 20 minutes straight. They eventually scored.
Yeah, it's been a very good performance from Leipzig, but unfortunately for them, they find themselves 3-3, which isn't a bad result, but with the status they've had in the game, they might be rather frustrated.
Yeah, that's the thing, they were 3-2 up and they looked very comfortable. Bayern didn't look in the game and then cost some little mistakes, just not following the man, and the goal did come.
Yeah, it's bound to happen in a game like this, but there is still 9 minutes to go. We're not saying this game is nearly done. There'll be a few chances. The long ball is headed by Neuer, luckily finds his own man, and from that they might be able to build if Angelino with a great tackle on Serge Gnabry and
another foul by Paul. Oh no,
it's not a foul. Thank God it's not a foul.
One thing I do, Douglas Costa will be coming on. One thing I do like about Neuer is, yes, he's had shady moments, but he will still do what he knows. He's not afraid. Yeah. Not afraid to say, well, I'm going to still play how I play just because of because of mistakes.
He doesn't change his style.
No,
which is
what you got to admire.
Respectable, but if he was my keeper, he'd give me a heart attack. To be honest, every time I saw him,
But I suppose if you've seen him, if you watch him in training every day, do that, you can sort of trust him. As Leipzig, can they get an early goal before this Bayern sub?
Yep, and Olmo is tripped, but I think it was just a coming together between him and Leon Goretzka rather than anything. And Goretzka is taking a nice trip across his own box, and
as Bayern do.
Yeah, Neuer chips it over two attackers to Alaba at left back.
Douglas Costa will come on for Kingsley Coman, I'm guessing?
I'd presume so. I think it'll be a like-for-like change. But I don't think... Is that sub being made yet? Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, Alaba's looking.
Oh, and there
Chris
will
Richards.
Be a young man coming on as well. Lots of youngsters taking the field today.
I think it's Chris Richards, the American.
We'll have a look now. But the first man to come onto the field will be Kingsley Coman coming off the field, which is not a surprise.
No.
He's really good first half. Not seen him much in the second. And Boateng,
I don't think it's Chris Richards then. I think
Boateng will be subbed off. Unless they're going 3 at the back.
Unless, it'd be risky though, the way your defence has been this game.
Costa has come off though. Costa has come on for Coman, and Chris Richards has come on for Joe.
Chris Richards might be a centre. Chris Richards might be a centre half. In my head, I had him as a centre mid.
He's not brought on Choupo-Moting. He's brought on the younger players. No, and I'm not even saying that sarcastic. Like, he's brought on the younger players. He's given them a chance in this game.
Oh, he's a defender. My bad.
There you go.
From Birmingham.
There you go.
Alabama.
Birmingham, Alabama. Home place of Daniel Bryan.
Sorry, Sam.
I think so. I'm not sure. He comes from a place.
He comes from a place.
No, he comes from a name after an English city, I remember. But anyway, back to the football. Sorry, Brian.
Big moment for Chris Richards now, because Boateng hasn't had the best game, and you 3-3, you've got to maintain your lead.
Yeah, this might be the future of your defence. You never know. They might go out and buy one, but they could also may have had one right there in house.
I'd like it if they did use him over the Boateng.
Kyle says, "Hi lads, I thought I'd join you for the last
Kyle.
minutes of the game." Hi Kyle, you've missed. If you have been watching, you'll have seen it, but you've missed an absolute stunner. It's been brilliant. But
you've joined for the worst part of the game.
No, you didn't. You missed the 25 minutes. I had nothing. There's not been a bad patch in this game. It's been a great game. You cannot say it's been a bad patch at 3-3.
It's like a car journey. You had the amazing where you were straight down the motorway going quick, and then you had half time. You stopped at the service station. Then you had the boring backcountry roads, nothing to see, quite boring. And then you had the motorway going quick, great goal. There's a big opening in this Leipzig defence. It's been closed up again from Lewandowski. And they can't get anything, end up going back. Good pressing from Leipzig.
Yeah, they've not managed to get the ball back though, because Costa will find it in the midfield. He'll chip towards the back stick where it'll be headed up into the air. Musiala.
Can't get it under control.
But no, it's been an absolutely brilliant game, Kyle, mate. I hope you've been able to catch it at some point, because just end to end, and even all 90 minutes we'll look back and what a game it's been.
2 headers from Muller, by the way. Didn't realise that. Yeah. Aerial threat.
No, it's not 2 headers from Muller.
No, it was one thing.
1 header from Forsberg, 1 header from Muller. I wondered what you were talking about then.
So did I.
But you tried. And
I tried my best.
Angelino's dispossessed. Costa now, he has an overlapping run, and he does find it. He's crossed into the box.
Great defending from Leipzig.
Musiala, he aimed it for a shot again, but he doesn't. It falls back to Costa, and it's slowed down a little bit on this right-hand side as Pavard finds thingy. So chipped over the top to Musiala.
It was your moment. It was his moment.
Oh, it was a lovely chipped ball over the back of the defence. They were all ball watching, and Musiala made an on-rushing run, but his hard volley was so mishit.
All he has to do is either square it across the face of goal or just have a dig. And he just chips it into the air.
Yeah, it's really, really good chance from Musiala to end that game, but they're just showing us how the table will look. It will be a little bit tighter.
It will. So Leverkusen got a big opportunity now, though, to get into second if this ends as a draw.
Yeah, Pavard tries to keep it. He's gone down for a foul, but I think that'll be a throw into... Oh.
Oh.
Well, that does surprise me. I clearly can't see,
No.
because I think they've given it as a foul.
Poetry promoting.
No, he might still come on. I don't know if you can make subs in this, because obviously they have the 5 subs in certain windows.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if he'll come on at all, but this is 4 minutes plus stoppage time now. Are you expecting one more chance as
Yes. I don't know who it would be for. It's more than likely going to be Bayern, but yeah, I expect one more.
Well, there was a big chance there, obviously, by Musiala. You know, maybe it's his age there, and he did see his name in the lights. But
he saw his name in lights.
He had a brilliant finish earlier in the game, so why not, as Leipzig have the ball in Bayern's half.
Now, I think that were early in the game.
Tyler Adams gives the ball away, but Angelino slows it down with a cynical tackle.
Yeah, what he had to do, just stick a foot in.
But they've took it quickly.
They have. It's going to go out to the wing to Serge Gnabry.
And there's an overlapping run by Alaba, but he chooses to cut inside. He's going to strike. It's deflected up into the air. Orban will watch it and parry it out.
It's probably smart, though, because
corner.
Don't give him the corner because they've been worrying from set pieces.
Throwing.
Goes for a throwing. But they've been worrying from set pieces, so why not?
Yeah, it's been, one of the things they've had to worry about, and I've just seen a message from Kyle. Millwall were playing Derby, rest players and staff took a knee for the Black Lives Matter movement, and then boos came from the stands towards players, which I found disgusting.
Mental.
Wasn't just you that found it disgusting, It was a lot of people, and including us here, all of us here at the Sports Corner. It was an absolute disgrace. I hope there's fines. I hope they aren't allowed fans back. I would genuinely, I don't care if you're in Tier 2. You're not allowed fans back now. I feel like it's a bit childish, but you've wasted your chance.
That's the thing.
You had your chance. Go away.
It's... What? There was no reason for it. You sat at home and watched it. So have you been stood up in front of your TV going boo at them? It doesn't make sense, doesn't it?
Completely wrong. But Douglas Costa's ball into the box is cleared by Danny Olmo, and
no one up front there. Obviously, Leipzig have sat back, but
they've
Saul's by himself.
Chris Richards will keep pressure on. Neuer's come racing out, and that might have gone. It hasn't, but Neuer's out of his goal. Now this is a long ball over the top. Orban will head it back to Galaxy. A minute and 40 to go. Plus added time.
Jesus, Manuel.
Is risky. Very
risky. It's the Manuel Neuer.
It is
that we love to see. Leipzig tried to build out of the back. Upamecano again, another long ball, but he slips.
He does slip, and Chris Richards does well to win the header against Yusuf Poulsen, but he won't track the
Poulsen
ball.
was really nice.
It's Soloff up, but he takes too long on the ball.
Keeps it in possession though.
He will, and so long. Now it's going to be Adams. It's a push by Sula.
Okay.
No, it's not going to get given because
I thought it were hands in the back.
I did too, but I think he'll go
pass interference.
A bit of strength or something like that.
Yeah. Now Bayern are going to come up with a minute left. Douglas Costa. He's got Pavard to the inside of him. Still Douglas Costa. Great attack by Angelino.
Kevin Campbell then rolls it to Angelino. The ball will be flicked off a Bayern player and it'll be a throw-in. We are creeping in to the 45-second mark plus added time.
I think both teams are settling for a draw here.
Well, you wouldn't say that by the way they've been playing though. They've both been going forward, giving it their best. There's just not been much cutting edge in this last couple of minutes. Bayern not really for the whole half. Their one chance went in. But we are close to the end of the game.
Not long.
Very exciting finish, I'm pretty sure. Great back heel by Danny Olmo.
Can this build something?
I think Leipzig are happy. They'll try to go long again. Chris Richards' header. Olmo, he's going to go for the switch. He has. It's a brilliant ball.
That's a great ball.
Out to Nkunku.
He's got time.
He's going to try and go for an overlap run, but no one was on the... Neuer's not come out for that one. The only one that was in his box decided not to go for.
Nkunku thinks almost starting to make the run.
Oh, it's great strength by Chris Richards to hold off Soloff. 2 minutes added on.
Long ball.
Neuer goes long. Header won by Kanate. Header then won by Mukiele. But this is Bayern's chance. Upamecano, sorry, I said Mukiele. He's been subbed off.
Yes.
But now Leipzig come forward. I told you it has been end to end. It's great footwork by Danny Olmo. A chip over the top has found nobody.
He's found Manuel Neuer.
But his long ball finds Galaxy. And
go on, Galaxy, go long again.
I think they'll be happy to keep it. But what a brilliant game. A minute and a half
end
to go.
End.
A minute and a half to go in this one. Do Leipzig look like champions in waiting? No. They're not strong enough defensively for me.
No.
Upamecano's on the floor again. His long ball headed by Alaba. Schuler takes the ball down.
Against Bayern, the long ball has looked dangerous. Solo there, just push Neuer. We've seen defensive worries from Neuer this game. Daniel.
That's what Stuttgart's goal got disallowed for, though.
True. Very true indeed. Is Angelino now?
He goes long, and it's just a little bit wasteful. A minute to go. Is there going to be one final twist in this tale? It has been really, really hectic for 90 minutes now, and we've got 45 seconds left to go.
It's nearly timed.
It is. I can't keep on top of it. It's really, really tense. Bayern will probably have the last attack.
Yeah. Chris Richards will go back to Neuer.
I think is he going to go long again? No, he goes short to Niklas Schuler. And this is where they've sent pretty much everybody forward, I think.
There's only literally Schuler and Richards at the back now.
Yeah, but they are taking the time because they want to be the one with the last attack of the game.
He goes for it now.
Wide. Muller, his ball into midfield will be cleared, but it'll come back in, I'm pretty sure, in a moment's time because there's 10 seconds left. Schuler goes long into the box. Header won by Muller. Lewandowski laid off.
He did that, the
Pavard.
partner.
It's going to be out wide to Costa. They'll be beckoning the whistle. Will Leipzig now? The ball. He's taking his time. It's got to go in. Pavard. He's free. Edge of the box. Musiala. He's going all the way across. Alaba into the box. Oh, it's clear.
Angelino plays. The whistle's got to go.
And it
does.
Over.
What a game.
A brilliant game here at the Allianz Arena. And it has ended 3-3. I think a fair result based on today's outing from both sides. Your final thoughts on the game? I'll get on mine in just a moment's time.
What a game. But that first half, so entertaining. Finishes 2-2. Leipzig get that early goal in the second half. Okay, they can really do it. And then Bayern get that 3-3, and then nothing really happens there. You nearly saw a wonderful, nice little goal at the end from Bayern, pass it along, but nothing comes of it. Positives to take for both teams. I'll go with mine first. Bayern, Musiala.
Yeah.
Great game for the youngster. Came on for an injured Javi Martinez, and he played like he fit into that team. He's getting the goal and didn't feel out of place. For Leipzig, that long ball worked, and Kunku was a shining star.
Yeah.
And it's things you've just got to draw against the best side in the world as of now.
Yep, it's an absolutely brilliant result for RB Leipzig. It keeps the Bundesliga table quite tight. Advantage Leverkusen, who play tomorrow, to see if they can go into second place and loft Leipzig after today's performance. Leipzig twice held the lead, but they couldn't quite hold off the champions of Europe and the champions of the Bundesliga. Thank you for joining us today. Thank you, Rowan, for joining.
Thank you, Kieran, for joining me.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Rowan, for joining us.
What's coming up though, Kieran?
But let's have a look, because I was about to say, let's have a look at the advert on the Bundesliga. That's today. Look at that.
Great game.
3-3. That one's finished. We're hoping for the same tomorrow as Tottenham face Arsenal at 4:15. Join Josh live on twitch.tv/the
special Twitch stream.
Yep. And on Tuesday, we'll have 7:45 Group E to H Matchday 6 goal show. Anything can happen in the Champions League. Who's going to the knockout stages? We'll find out on Wednesday as well. Bayern, Inter, all them in action on the 9th of December at 7:45 Groups A to D. Following that, it's the Sakia Grand Prix, but that's this weekend on YouTube at 5 p.m. on the 6th of December. After that, we've got the darts. That's December 15th. A little bit longer till then, but that is at 5:50. The World Darts Championship. Who comes away with the trophy? We'll need to know. But
who knows?
That is enough from us for today. Thank you for joining us. Sadly, the Bavarians do get a point. They stay top of the league, but not without some scares from this Leipzig team. A brilliant match. Thank you very much. If you are new, like and subscribe and comment, even though it's going to be a little bit later. And if you're watching this on Come Back and we're still here, hello.
Bye-bye.
Thank you very much. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Great game.